a week at the gym, and then twice a week at home.
That's good.
And now Twitch chat knows that and are just simping Timmy in the chat.
There you go.
We're not allowed to say that word anymore, but
all the Timmy sips come to the yard. Aaron, you joined at the perfect time. We're all simping over Timmy.
There you go.
Checking out his massive guns, dude. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
Look at this man's. Az just doesn't care.
No,
DM Daddy, I've decided that if Winfred kicks a bucket, I want to play a paladin next.
Timmy the paladin. Timmy's gonna get thick like a paladin, dude.
I'm gonna call him Thickulus.
Don't you boys play characters for like 10 years, bros? Like, ain't we gonna be level fucking 20 together?
That was my plan.
We'll see what happens.
If Winfred becomes a level 20 Wild Magic Barbarian, he's gonna be a fucking Avenger. Like the Wild Magic Barbarians are broken.
Yeah,
they're dangerous. But
we're gonna see what happens
broken.
because there's a very, 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 very interesting.
Like my plan for Winfred is to Wild Magic Surge myself into the grave. Like it's gonna be hilarious.
Gonna become the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like
I've got so many people wanting to play D&D that just to add some real sense of threat, if your character dies, they're gone. They're gone. Goodbye. You're not playing anymore. You're out of the hot seat, back of the queue. And we make fun
that's
of you.
fair enough.
And you'll have to bribe your former players, your former friends, to spend all their diamonds on reviving you, or just you'll be stuck in hell forever. And that hell's name is Twitch chat, and you'll just have to sit there in this kind of purgatory state of like, I've got all these cool character ideas that it's just never going to happen.
I'm already at the front of the queue, and I'm not even dead yet.
Yeah, Dan, we've seen your Twitch chat. It really is the depths of hell.
I've got this theory as well, like now, Dan, that you've just made me think. You know, you're so kind when you're standing up. Now that you're sitting down, you're just like, fuck you all.
We're fucked. We're fucked. He's not at the standing desk. We're in trouble. This is like when fucking Dan Andrews comes out in his North Face, dude.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
No. Suit jacket on a Sunday. That's bad news.
This is
bad news.
This is alt Dan. We're worried.
That's right.
Alt Dan.
Look, I think today's like casual grey Friday, Monday. It's fine. As soon as I come out in that 3-piece black suit, it's your funeral.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
The problem is you look so good in a suit too, so it's fucking, like it's gonna be very, very confused boner.
That's right. Absolutely. But we should begin. And if anyone remembers, in the town of Sloobludop, the party had interrupted or tried to interrupt a cultist ritual. And in doing so, slaughtering its high priestess, kind of completed the ritual in a way, and got into a fight. And where we pick up is that a cacophony rises from the Underdark city of Sloobludop. The sounds of slapping fish feet on rough stone and wailing of fishy vocal cords occasionally gives way to a warring roar of 2 ape-like heads of the Demogorgon. The wailing of the fish folk is bolstered by the cleric Ploop, who sort of stands in defiance in front of the demon lord. Spiritual kind of fish and minnows swimming around him in somewhat of a protective aura. We look up and flapping up in the darkness, you see a brightly coloured, not stealthy at all, Aaraockra with a gnome between his talons.
Just swearing at him.
and he's swearing back. I mean, he's given it as good as he can. Just a bit of the old, "Nay, king, nay, queen, I will not be lifted again." You daft scunner, parrot boy.
Does Nesbitt speak Undercommon? Or thieves can't?
You haven't had that conversation with him yet, I don't think.
All right, maybe I'll just start swearing at him like in basically Cockney. You know what I mean? Because that's what I kind of imagine thieves can't to be. That's what I imagine at least.
He kind of swears back at you in Scottish, in Highland Scottish, So you're both not being able to communicate with each other effectively, which is brilliant.
Perfectly. Yep.
As you fly him closer and closer to the roof of this underdark cabin. I believe Ymir had charged out of the battle and was charging back into the battle, whilst Thorendir had made a new Gith friend and had used invisibility and leap to kind of clear themselves out of the city square. And Winfred, you were chatting with this sort of small mushroom creature.
I think chatting is putting it lightly. I was trying to convince him to go to war.
And at one point, the mushroom kind of convinces you to put him on your head, sort of like a hat, like a little mushroom hat.
You just see this tiny little mushroom like grabbing tufts of Winfred's hair whilst he's on all fours, like running toward the rest of the boys.
Yeah, so this is like it's almost like Mario Odyssey, like the little eyes pop up on the hat as you're running through the streets.
I love it.
But first, we'll get to, I believe it's Ymir's turn.
Yep. All right. So, Ymir's going to look around him as he's currently staring down a Demogorgon and currently slightly terrified.
You mean staring up at a Demogorgon?
The Demogorgon's looking down at this little morsel of a crumb. Well, Ymir, usually quite large, has shrunken to the size of
his penis.
He has reverted inside his penis.
It's a real David and Goliath kind of situation, right? Like that kind of looking up in terror.
Yeah. So he's retreated into his penis, and there's just a small rock on the ground.
I'm sorry,
like
Dad. You just made a David and Goliath dick joke.
Yep.
I
had to. Yeah, I glazed over that to continue. He's going to look over his shoulder and yell to Thorendir. So are we going to fight this?
Thorendir looks at him, looks at the Geth man, and like when
the
young little kids at height, like in primary school, look at the older kid who's gonna like cause trouble, but clearly getting worse trouble, just like gives him the old like double thumbs up.
All right, and then he's going to yell to Plop. Plop was his name, wasn't it?
Ploop.
Fishman. Ploop. Okay. Scuba Steve. He's just gonna say, if you're gonna do something, and something big, you'd better do it soon. Otherwise, we are all royally and we're just fucked. All right, mate. And Ymir's going to grab a. Why am I trying to roll from there? Ymir's going to grab a spear from his pack.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to attack with a spear, like throwing a spear.
Okay.
At this guy. That. I rolled damage for some reason. Nailed it.
Nah, just too confident, baby. Oh.
That's a 12.
Right, so you throw the spear and it just plinks off the Demogorgon's or the Demon Lord's thick hide. It doesn't even seem to really notice you.
All right, and then Ymir is also going to back away a little bit because he's no longer raging. So he's just going to back it up a little bit.
I was going to say, can't he never back away, but that's when he's raging, isn't it?
Yeah. He's going to back away a bit.
A little more. A little more.
25. Yeah, we're going to get 30 feet. He's going to go around this pool and just like back it up a bit. He's also going to, just before he ends his turn, look down at the dragon mark that he has on his arm. because he remembered the dragon communicating with him through the mark.
Yeah.
And he's just going to yell at his forearm, like yell at the mark and just say, Venom Chad, I know I'm meant to help you, but I might need your help. And hope for the best.
Okay. Good. Love it.
A little down payment on a little bit of future help.
Yeah, pretty much. Mate, come and help me before I'm dead, and then I can't help you anymore, bud. Chief. Sport. And he ends his turn.
Okay. Excellent. The Gith, who I've already forgotten his name. I think it was Roland or something. I had him all. Where are my crew cards? Raynaud
Oh, you're the best.
turns to
I know,
you, Thorendir.
Mhm.
And you've kind of given the thumbs up to Ymir, right? Like you looked over at Raynaud and then gave the thumbs up to Ymir. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, correct.
And he looks at you and says, did you send him away to lighten your ship? Because
Go.
because we should be leaving.
Well, the ship will be lighted for the tactical retreat, but as a man who likes to witness things, I see an Aaraockra and a gnome with explosives. And I too would like to see where this is going, my friend. Don't worry, we can always escape post haste. We are at the back of the battle. Let's just see if cowardice is the best approach, or we see if this explosion tactic works.
He says, very well. And as sort of fish creatures are running around, some of them get a little bit too close, and he just is kind of glaring at them. He finds sort of a fallen blade and sort of stands ready with it, but isn't sort of making any move to kind of run back in or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Winfred, you're galloping through the streets with
Prancing
mushroom
through the
hat.
snow.
I am galloping through the streets with a mushroom hat. Does my mushroom hat have a name? Can I just call him Toad?
Yeah, we can. We can do that. I haven't given him a name.
Wonderful. I'm just going to keep running. I'm just going to measure out 30 feet. Hang on. 30 feet. Is that 30 feet? I've got...
Yeah, 60.
Right.
30 and 30, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to move to about here.
I linked my
There we go.
Streamloots
Ah,
account
cool.
now
So
too.
I can give you the...
As you turn that corner and
I figured out how to
start
do it.
barreling down the street, Thorendir, with your excellent dark vision, the first sight you see is a Winfred bearing down on you on all fours, sort of in high speed mode. And then the shadows behind him sort of coalesce into a number of figures that seem to be sort of coming up behind him.
Yes, my boy. Ride into battle, my beautiful
Fucking
barbarian
yeah.
A
Yeah, that
small
looks-
You just hear this cavalry charger.
Sorry, I did that by accident.
Pauly.
All right. Well, still with Foo Fighters, just playing in his head and just swearing as much as he possibly can at this little dwarf. So the little gnome, and just kind of like, playing him, like basically kind of like just jumping him through my talons, like just like clawing him, going like while he makes explosives. I'm going to continue flying up to the roof, and then hopefully to find a stalactite above the Demogorgon.
Mhm. So you start flying up. You find sort of a big stalactite, and we know this is science. We're learning kids. Stalactites hold on tight. Stalagmites
push with all their might.
I was going to say might climb up to reach them, but yeah, push with all their might also works.
That's how I learned it.
Yeah, I love those little like.
Bro, I literally learned stalactites hold on tight, and I didn't need to know the other one because once I knew that, I just instantly knew.
You just know from there.
Just know from that.
You like
I didn't know there was a second one.
Like those people that have to like check their left and right, so they hold up their hands when they're driving,
or
and
like,
so they know this is left, this is the other one.
That's left. That's right.
Yeah, to do the compass. Never eat soggy Weet-Bix.
Yes, yeah. So good.
That's like how I know how I learned my port from starboard is there's never any port left.
Yes.
How I learned what is starboard is that right has more letters than left, and starboard has more letters than port.
Well, that's so complicated. All I had was port has 4 letters in it, and so does left.
Yeah.
Port, you drink.
Sort of the same lesson, but yeah, it's
Port
basically
is
it.
tasty.
Cool.
But yeah, I think that's the plan with me, like Nesbitt and I, just to go right up, fly. Like, how high would we be up now?
I think you're getting up there. Your speed is pretty impressive. Obviously, you've got the extra weight of a gnome, so it's a little bit more difficult. Your hollow bird bones, of course, not really used to this kind of thing. So give me an athletics check, actually.
Sure. $11.
Yeah, so you're struggling. You're getting a little bit winded here, pulling this this guy up. In fact, you're probably. I'm just gonna. You're gonna take 2 sort of exhaustion damage here as you're like straining your wings, trying to get higher and higher.
That lactic acid's building in his fucking flaps.
That's right.
God damn.
And this gnome seems to gesticulate a lot whenever
Victim, I
he.
think wants critical fails to have some meaning.
Thanks, Josh. You're pulling him up higher and higher, and he's like gesticulating while he's yelling at you. You daft wee birdie, you scunner, I'm hitching your noggin, and then and he's waving about, which is fucking up your balance, but he's also yelling, hold it still, I'm dealing with delicate chemicals here. And when you get him up to a certain height, he's got a mixture put together in a bottle that seems to be sort of shaking up and smoking somewhat. And he says, we ready to let go, or are we gonna dive bomb him? You want me to hit the big ape, do you? I got a good shot from up here.
No. Can I roll perception?
Sure. What are you trying to perceive?
Just a big stalactite right
Sure.
above him.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Oh, I love that.
22.
Yeah, so you're able to sort of find one and kind of work out the angles. There's a little bit of Rain Man going on with all the trigonometry, and you found one that's a large one, sort of above the Demogorgon, and you point this out to old mate.
Oh, no. All right, no, pass it here.
Okay, yeah. So he passed it up. It's sort of shaking and fizzing and bubbling in your hands. Give me a ranged attack roll.
All right. I'm going to use D8 Bardic Inspiration from my Streamlooth.
Very nice. What's your Streamloot's name? Is it still Captain Baconbeard?
Yes. It's the Streamlooth's name's Timmy5 for some reason. Don't know why.
Oh, that's what your Twitch name is.
Oh,
I thought that was Callum.
All right, well, I've
That should-
sent you
that
your
should-
pack now.
Did that play?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. And just ranged attack.
Yeah.
Do you
So
want me-
like you're shooting a bow essentially.
Sure. Do you want me to shoot my? So just roll my short bow.
Yeah, that'll be the equivalent.
Okay.
Plus 8,
then-
baby. D8.
And then another D8.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's okay. It's 25.
That's good. All right.
Dirtiest for 25s.
So there's a loud bang, and the sort of naturally dark caverns of the Underdark. A massive explosion of light sort of fills the cavern. The Demogorgon looks up as there's a large cracking sound through the stalactite, and sort of a big chunk of this pointy rock starts falling down. Timmy, or you roll for me? Let's call it 10d10.
Tendies.
Watch him get 10 ones, boys.
10
Yep.
chicken d10ds. Thank you,
The
Dylan.
chicken tendies.
That'll work.
Check in
Oh, no, no, no.
D10s.
How do
Need
you
a space
roll?
after the roll.
R/10d10.
There you go. Perfect.
66. Oh, missed opportunity. You needed 3 more.
I know. It's all right.
So this stalactite comes falling through like a missile, whistling through the dark sky. Everyone kind of somewhat flashbanged by the brightness of the spot, and it just crashes with the loudest bang into the ground. This rock on rock on Demogorgon. Bits of stone rock are flying everywhere. Koatoa are just completely KO'd by the flying debris, and the Demogorgon, having been hit by part of this rock, it sort of slices into its shoulder and sort of smashes on the ground. As I said, sort of pieces of it flying everywhere. Even Ploop sort of catches some strays, and pretty much everyone at this ground level here has to take cover from the explosion of rock. The Demogorgon, though, is still standing and still is, while it has seemingly taken some damage, its rage is boundless, and is still swinging its tentacled arms around. And now it's starting to pick up pieces of the rock, throwing them into buildings, sweeping its arms across the landscape, and just knocking fishmen aside. It lets out another roar and looks up at you, Pauly, as sort of the last of the light kind of fades from the fire and explosion up on the stalactite. And I'm going to get you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. But by any chance, because of the distance, is it like it with advantage?
Excellent question. No. Oh wait, you're no. Yeah. Because you don't even have dark vision out that far. So
Well, no, I don't. But it's the 60 feet. So I wouldn't be.
You're higher than that, right? Yeah, you're higher than that.
Correct.
So yeah, you actually can't see where this hit. You can just hear screaming and pain and roaring from down below.
Yep.
So Timmy is just like the Iron Man of this scenario. If this was the Battle of New York, Pauly is Iron Man.
He's bringing the fun. He's bringing
just
the party.
bringing buildings down with no regard to anybody else.
Yeah. So I guess.
Yeah.
I was going to say that one of the heads looks up at you, but you can't see it. It says, "Yeah."
He doesn't even know.
Yeah, you don't know how angry this thing is down there at you right now.
Perfect. So with advantage.
No. You're unaffected because you can't see it.
Okay. Right.
So that's fine. It's it is going to reach out and try and hit Loop though.
I'm definitely Usopp. I'm Soga King right now. That's what I am. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was a natural 20. That's why.
So the Demogorgon sort of, in its rage, picks up a piece of rock and just slams it into Ploop, doing, what's that, 57 damage? 57 damage.
Yeah, that's
Ploop's not looking great.
Hang on. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, 57.
So Ploop is kind of hit by this massive piece of rock and is flung back across the square. We kind of slumps against a sort of a town well. He's still barely functional, but the former minnows and fish that were circling around him wink out.
Oh god, fucking hell.
The Demogorgon releasing another roar. You see, well, actually, none of you probably, Pauly, you might see it. You see sort of movement just off the coast a little bit as more sort of manta rays dive out of the water, fly through the air, and start swooping at the remaining fish creatures.
Well, boys.
Ploop tries to sort of help get himself up a little bit and looks over his shoulder at you, Ymir, and he gives a bit of a champion of the Sea Mother. Now is your time. And he sort of reaches out with his staff towards you, Ymir, and your axe starts sort of glowing with sort of a white radiant light.
You could call him Sea Man.
I am Seaman. We are the Seamen.
Then he kind of slumps. Thorendir.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Ymir, take the power of the sea people. I've walked amongst these creatures. I tried to learn their ways, their beautiful summer dance and dances. We must fight. We must not let the Demogorgon take them. And gives inspiration to Ymir big time. Where's my inspiration? And we'll move. How far away am I? Hold on. I should have done this before. Sorry, boys. I got to get within 60 feet. And how much of all those rocks and shit is still by the Demogorgon?
There's a bunch of them. They're mostly in big. I think most of them are sort of in big chunks, right? As it was
Big
sort of
chunks?
a big, yeah,
Big boy chunks
boy
around
chunks.
the Demogorgon, some would say.
sure.
Oh, baby. Thorendir pulls out his pocket a pistol. And what's that? Another finger gun pistol. And aims it at all the fucking giant rocks around the Demogorgon and is going to cast a big old shatter baby.
Yes.
Oh,
Bang, bang.
Shatter.
When it rolls.
I was dead scared that my computer had frozen, honestly. Beautiful.
Bad shatter. Wait, what's the roll on the shatter again?
It's just 10 thunder damage, but also like fucks up all stone around.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
So you, or the Demogorgon needs to make a Constitution save
No.
first.
but it's a 20-foot or 10-foot radius.
Oh,
so a 20-foot sphere
What
around
the
it.
fuck?
that thing has
So much con.
yeah.
but it's
That
he
thing has a
takes 5
stat
damage, he takes
modifier of
5.
14.
Yeah, Braz.
Jesus.
16.
16. Sorry. Yeah.
Suppose the
So the rocks around it explode, and so almost like small landmines. Each piece of rock flies in a direction, sort of this physical. These rocks kind of exploding all over the place, sending shards of granite in every direction, pinging off buildings, pinging off fish people. Pauly, pieces are even flying up at you. I'm going to need you to make a dex saving throw.
Even up to me.
Yeah.
It's a
Like
big
that.
shadow, Braz.
like that
I'm
scene in
scared. Why
Batman.
is there a 30-foot radial measurement near me?
We're good.
Oh, I think Timmy put that there accidentally.
Oh,
That was my
Jesus
fault.
Christ.
I'm terrible with those. I do it all the time.
Jesus
accident.
fuck, Timmy,
Wait
you
a minute.
scared the shit out of me.
Second Demogorgon.
It's Mrs.
brother.
Mrs. Demogorgon has joined the battle.
Yeah, it's Demigorgon.
She has 3 heads.
Fucking like
Oh,
Ant-Man
God.
bursts out of a building like, bruh!
She has 3 heads and 1 boob.
Let's see what the Demogorgon's up to.
These fucking rolls are great, aren't they?
Well, these modifiers are insane.
Roll me 6. We'll call it. What did I do for the other one? 10. So roll me 68, Thorendir. So sort of double your regular sort of thunder damage on the shatter.
Ooh, shit.
As these pieces of rock fly at the Demogorgon, pinging off his incredibly tough hide. You notice a couple of scratches in the surface there, in the veneer. As we get to Ymir's turn. Oh, unless sorry, Thorendir, if you wanted to move or do anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna then move just a little bit back and tap old mate on the shoulder again, like, yeah, your turn, buddy.
All right. At a meta level, do I know what Ploop did to my axe?
You see it sort of glowing with magic and sort of holy energy, but you don't. I don't think you understand what it does, what it's done to your axe.
Okay. Ymir, for now, is going to. So I don't think it even fucking matters at this point. Ymir is just going to measure this out real quick. He's gonna dash. I don't think that's gonna work either. Mia's just gonna move over to here. Into like this sort of choke point we have. And yell at Ploop and say, "What have you done to my axe? What magics is this? I need to know before I can utilize it."
He yells
Utilize
back.
is a big word.
He yells back, "It's an axe."
Okay.
Oh,
All right then. Well, yep. Ymir's just gonna chill the fuck out here with his axe ready. That's all he can do.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry. Do I have? Where I am, I can see the Demogorgon. I'm just gonna throw in a spear.
I mean, this thing's huge. Yeah, like even you can
Yeah.
see it over the tops of these buildings. That's
a very good point. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw another spear at it. Doing shit. Fuck me, dude.
Nope.
Oh, the Demogorgon will, bro.
Yeah, I know he's trying. And I have my turn.
Okay. The Reynard sort of is looking at you, Thorendir, and sort of turns as Winfred is sort of charging up the street with these mushrooms. And
Wait, would they know that I'm charging up behind them? Because I don't think they can see that far.
Oh, I can. I see you.
Oh, you can. Okay, that's good.
Hey, man.
yeah,
That's why
man.
I yelled at you before. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, good.
and I think they
Because,
can
like,
feel it in the street.
You
as
guys
well,
haven't.
right?
You guys haven't seen me for like 2 episodes, and suddenly I come back with an army of mushrooms. You're probably all thinking like, "What the fuck? Why
Went on
did
the
we
skirt
leave him
journey.
alone?"
Yeah, but you haven't seen the Demogorgon, so like we're in a weird.
Oh no, I have
position.
seen I have seen the
you saw it come
Demogorgon.
out of the
Yeah, I have seen the Demogorgon. I saw it from the ship because I was over there with Tidal, and it came out of the water. Yeah, so that's why I rushed down here.
Also, there's a poll on at the moment of will one of the party members be knocked out? You can bet your points. Guess we'll see.
That's
Joke's
fucking
on you.
rude,
I
chat.
was knocked out last session.
Joke's on you. I'm knocked out every session.
So the Reynard, not knowing Winfred, sort of stands looking between the Demogorgon and this sort of this group that's making their way up the street, and the sword he's managed to get a hold of, it looks sort of old and rusted, but as in the gloom, Thorendir, you can see it start glowing with sort of like a purplish dark, almost like a black light kind of effect, as he says to you in a low voice, there are more creatures coming. We should away. It is not safe here.
So we should retreat post hastily, you say, my friend.
Something very fast is coming, and following it is something large, and their minds are alien.
From behind us, you say, lad.
Yes. If
No!
this is the way to your ship, we are cut off. We must go around.
No, my friend. That, my friend. And, because I can see Winfred, yeah?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I can't see Winfred's token. Is this guy not be able to see in the dark?
Yeah. But he can hear or sense
Yeah.
something coming.
Yeah. Yeah. And Thorendir just pats him on the shoulder and goes, "We are not cut off, my friend. We look to the light of the east of the 5th day."
Yes! Yes!
As you say that, Winfred, you come galloping up the street.
I measured. It's about 120 feet until I can actually get within range of the dude.
Sure.
So it's gonna take me like this turn and my next turn to actually get into combat. So I'm just gonna move up next to Thorendir here.
Jesus.
There we go. No, I want to remain ahead of them. I'm leading the charge.
Yeah. Okay.
Ymir just looks back, sees Winfred and some giant fucking mushrooms, like, mate, what the fuck did you get up to?
I want to ask a question actually. What are these little guys wielding? Are they wielding any weapons? Are they class based, or are they just like mushroom folk?
They're just mushroom folk. They have their hands. Their hands kind of look clawed and gnarled.
Yeah, and what about these big fellas? I'm asking in regards to like
they
tactical things.
Bigger hands, bigger claws.
The giant mushrooms.
Okay.
You can kind of smell from your excellent schnoz. You can smell sort of a toxin or maybe like a poison that
wicked. Okay, cool.
That they excrete.
Yep, cool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get a bunch of mushrooms. Look at me. There's a bunch of mushrooms that are going to throw hands with a Demogorgon.
Are you going to the hospital or the morgue?
Come on,
that's funny.
Yeah, that was fucking good. But yeah, look, they're going to get to the other side of this, and they're going to either be dead or you should see the other guy. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Yeah, Thorendir, I'd be like right behind you in galloping pace. So like, you can either like get brushed past, like fucking. Oh god, what's his name? The elf lord with the arrows fly past his head. And just get surpassed by a bunch of mushrooms, or you can move out of the way.
It's not my turn, bro. I can't move even if I wanted to, Matt.
Can I give Thorendir a reaction turn, like just to move out of the way of the cavalry charge behind him?
Well, I think that's kind of somewhat of a free action. I mean, you'll be able to move on your turn, right? And he'll be able to. We'll see what Thorendir does. We'll see what Thorendir does.
Okay, cool.
Pauly, you hear this loud crash of rocks hitting the ground. You then hear sort of a thunderous boom of sound and more explosions of rocks. A lot of cries of pain from lots of small creatures, and then a roar of something very pissed off. Then you start hearing the sound of sort of flapping wings making their way up to you. Up in the
I was thinking about that. I was thinking whether one of these things were going to come up. Shit.
Shit.
Does Nesbitt know how to use a bow?
Wouldn't Nesbitt have more explosives?
He doesn't have any more explosives of that size. He has sort of small alchemist fire kind of flasks.
Okay.
Yeah, small, essentially like, the cantrip equivalent of throwing fire.
Right. How close?
He's a sidekick. He's not, level 4.
Yeah, no, of course.
Could
Yeah,
he
how
like do a carpet bomb sort of thing? Just like throw out a whole bunch of bombs?
That's literally what I was hoping to find out.
Beautiful. Yes.
I want to do scorched earth like Vietnam tactics,
Okay.
Right now, like I am the Lorax speaker of the trees, and for some reason they're speaking Vietnamese. Okay, like that's what I'm going for here.
I need someone to play Fortunate Son right now, please.
It's the quickest I've ever been
Aaron,
demonetized.
please hook us up, bro.
I'm paying
It
miniatures
has,
here. Dylan's got you, bro.
if
Hang on.
it's-
Okay, fine. Hey,
if it's-
Google,
Hold up.
play Fortunate
Hold
Son.
up. If it's got copyright on it, you can't play it.
Playing on Spotify.
That's
If
fine.
it's copyrighted, you can't.
I can mute it on YouTube.
No,
Hey,
I'm talking
Google.
about Twitch as well.
Oh yeah, wow.
Twitch
Oh,
automatic DMCAs.
is it gonna do the thing?
If it's copyrighted,
would-
it's covered
it
by
would be
DMCA, so you
copyrighted.
can't play it.
It
Unfortunately.
would be.
Okay, hey
Anyway.
Google, stop music. That's so sad.
That's all right.
Play it in your
No.
head. Just nod your head along.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll
Is that
get
possible?
the license to that, and then we'll also get the Paul Walker's
Okay.
Dead theme song. And when one of you invariably dies.
Is that possible for him just to throw all of his like alchemy bombs?
He starts. So he just starts. You tell him. Well, what exactly do you say to him?
All right, we're gonna carpet bomb these mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Just scorched earth, like a scorched earth, like plan.
Yeah, he says. Oh, fortunately, okay. God damn it,
I need it. I needed it.
yeah. You just hear him just start yelling out, "Away, you daft wee scanners!" and just starts like you hear the sort of the clink of glass as he's just sort of throwing things out of his pockets, and you lose vision of them out of your sort of night goggles vision as they tinkle away into the darkness, and then all of a sudden this fires are sort of erupting on the ground around you. You smell the smells of cooking fish as just a sort of a large area is brought on fire of just these small fires kind of going out around it. the wooden market stalls of Sloobludop going up in flames, starting to catch fire. Some of the buildings themselves, some of them were made out of stone, some of them were made out of sort of like a mushroom-like substance, start catching fire, and just part of the town starts burning.
Timmy's inadvertently killing our army's ancestors.
Yeah, perfect. And then I guess that's pretty much my whole turn. I guess if they're going to be doing like a big fire around everything,
Sure.
or can I do any more?
You can move around, but I think that's mainly you've helped him get into a position where you could do a flyby, right, and just sort of drop stuff.
I'll probably just leave it at that then.
Mm-hmm. All right. Two of these fish creatures sort of are flying up to you, Pauly. What's their speed? Okay. As they're making a manta line for you. There's no bees in the Underdark. And they start sort of swooping up, flapping up to gain height. Mm-hmm. And to try and catch up to you. The Demogorgon starts walking forward, smacking down everything in its path. And what is your vision in the dark, Ymir? It's probably not great, is it?
I can see it.
You can see it from all the light, I
Back in a
assume.
second.
I can.
As it walks forward, it's going to lay some smack down. Okay.
Holy fuck.
So
Is that another nat? Oh my god.
Ploop kind of looks up at the Demogorgon and sort of gets himself up on his shoulders and he says, "You may defeat me, but the Sea Mother's champion will not stop Leemoogoogoon. He will destroy you and replant the kelp of my..." And just bang, he is crushed, squished into the ground.
Ymir does the pulls on his shirt like, ugh. He's putting me in some big shoes.
The white glowing light around your axe winks out.
Damn it! I didn't even get to use it.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. I'm going to use. What have I redeemed? I have a bardic inspiration, a D6. So give me a second. I'm going to use that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll roll my.
So if that one's from Thorendir, you can roll that one after.
No. I'm using the one that I rolled from thing as well.
Okay, cool. I'll just
plus
tick that off.
roll 1d6. 9 plus a 5, that's a 14, and then I'm going to use Thorendir's as well. I'm doing as much as I can to save my ass. That's a 2. 17.
That is not enough.
No, that is a 16 actually.
Okay. You look up into the eyes of these
I don't think
these
I'd look him in
apes.
the eye. I'd look at his fucking shins.
Well, you
Ymir's
kind of
just
look
looking
up.
at what he can hit.
Yeah, well, the creature definitely looks down at you, and unless the target is unless the target is incapacitated, it can avert its eyes to avoid the gaze and to automatically succeed on the save.
Yep.
If the target
averts his
does so,
eyes.
okay. If the target does so, you can't see the Demogorgon until the start of your next turn. Okay,
So
you
my
can't-
next turn would be the next turn coming up. Demogorgon's just finished its turn. So yeah,
Sure.
I'm averting my eyes.
Cool. So you all right. Give me a creature. Give me a strength check.
14.
Okay. You are pulled forward by some kind of grip, some sort of magical telekinetic grip. You start being pulled off your feet towards the Demogorgon.
Oh, so would I be grappled or restrained?
When you cast a spell, you can exert your will. You're not. Oh yeah, it is restrained. Yeah.
Okay.
Till the end of your next turn, the creature is restrained in your grip. Cool. Interesting. So yeah, you feel yourself being pulled slowly towards the Demogorgon as it's sort of looking down at you, but you're kind of staring at its shins, trying not to look it in the eye, or possibly even staring at the ground, and you just feel yourself being pulled inexorably closer to it. Thorendir.
If get him, Winfred, my boy. And Thorendir pretty much dives between Winfred's legs and goes back another few feet. And he will. Mate, you don't get inspiration. You get given it, mate.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, I will be doing just a little dissonant whisper. Just a little dissonant whisper on the Demogorgon. That was bad. That was really bad.
So what check? Is it a wisdom check?
Yeah, wisdom. And I'm all out of inspirations. I'm sorry, man.
Should have given inspiration.
I don't have any, bro. So he takes half damage. Or probably not. He's a Demogorgon. He does what he fucking wants.
Yeah, he does not care.
Cool. So you start whispering up at the Demogorgon, and it's kind of you again. I think because you tried this before, you feel almost like an echo of whispers and madness in your own mind, and you think that this creature is made up of chaos and you know, whispers and shouts and a cacophony of it. What you're trying to do is a susurration, yet it has this sort of booming inner voice that it's already arguing with, and it is unafraid of your whispers.
No. That's the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm. Ymir.
All right. So Ymir is going to can't do much of anything really. Can I break out of the restraint?
You can try.
All right. I'm gonna burn my last inspiration that I have.
Okay. Let me take it off here.
It's a strength check, isn't it?
Yes. Strength, athletics check. I'll accept.
Okay. 6. Advantage. 17.
17. What is? God damn, where's his spell save? Spell DC. No. You sort of struggling to break out, but you can't. It's just the crushing-ness of whatever this creature's mind is that's pulling you in. It's too strong.
Well, Ymir's going to, since he's fucked either way, he's going to use his last charge of rage. And I think I'm already raging on status effects.
There we go.
Cool. And Ymir's going to yell at his arm again and say, "Dragon! I need you! Lend me your aid!" Just yelling at his arm, hoping for the best.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check.
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, fuck yes.
Please, Venom Fang, show up.
You you get a sort of a feeling, sort of like Venom Chad's mind touches yours,
Venom Chad. I forgot about Venom Chad.
and he says, "I will lend you my strength." Though I cannot seemingly lend you my intelligence.
Yeah, well.
Fly, you fools.
Oh, shit! I can fly! Doesn't help that I'm restrained.
And we'll resolve that on your next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I'm restrained. I can't do anything. I used my action, my rage, and a persuasion check, so
Okay, look, that's fair. That is fair.
can't do anything else.
Yes. Yeah. The Gith sort of watches wide-eyed as this army of mushrooms walks past, and kind of holding his blade up guardedly, kind of stepping to give social distancing to these myconoids.
Avoiding the spores, dude. Avoid
That's
the
right.
spores.
Holding his hand up to
Avoid
his
the spores.
holding his hand up to his mouth to avoid breathing in any spores that are in the area. As Winfred, you walk past.
Walk.
Oh, you charge past, I should say.
Barrel past.
All right. It's about 60 feet to the Demi-Gugu. I think that's 50 feet. Oh, wicked. Okay, cool. I want to do a rallying cry to my mushroom folk as I charge into battle. And because I'm really excited because Ymir can fly, I've forgotten the lyrics to it. So if it's okay, I might just play it out of TikTok. Is that all right?
You can't fly.
Or is that not all right? No, I can't fly. Ymir can fly. That's why I'm excited.
No one knows that I can fly.
Jacob
yet.
is excited.
It looks like
Winfred is currently
flying.
charging to certain death.
It looks like
Yeah,
Ymir is flying because he's being held off the ground by like a telekinetic grip.
But I haven't done anything with what was given to me yet. I'm the only person that knows of it at this point.
Well, look, okay, fine. I can fly. I got really excited. Get off my fucking dick about it. Okay, so I want to say the following as I'm charging into battle with all of these mushroom folk. If you guys can hear this.
No, Discord's not picking it up.
Yeah, it's not
Fuck.
going
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to like fucking raw dog this because I can't remember what exactly he said. I charge into battle with all of these mushrooms. I'm just gonna move up a little bit about here. And I say to them, I was like, and as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us. Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield under the cruelty of this world. My soldiers scream out. My soldiers fight. My soldiers rage. And I want to invoke rage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did we? Oh yeah. We haven't.
And I'm gonna roll for rage. I got fire. I don't have anything. I don't have like inspiration. Fuck. Okay, cool. All right, we're sticking with fire.
You have a D6 of inspiration from chat. If you look at the overlay.
I have a D6 of inspiration from chat. Do I? That's
Yeah.
lovely. Thank you so much, chat. And
So the
I
Demogorgon
want
takes
to
3 fire damage.
Okay. Cool. So, just to clarify, how am I going to command my little platoon of mushroom folk?
So in fact, the mushrooms don't really understand the yelling you were doing, but the little toad cap on your head seems to be
Does?
kind of seems to be relaying your thoughts or your feelings through
Okay,
like a
cool.
spore network.
Okay, cool. So can they wait? Hang on. If by that I'm raging, does that mean that all of the mushrooms are raging as well?
Maybe.
Don't fuck with me here, Dan. Are they raging?
Give me an intimidation check to see if you kind of whip them up.
What?
Into
Sorry,
a
you dropped out.
intimidation check to see if you whip them up into a
Intimidation.
frenzy.
Intimidation check. Okay, cool. And I want to use my little inspiration, my inspiration D6 as well, if that's okay with you.
Yep, for your attack.
For the attack, I can only use inspiration for the attack.
Oh no, yeah, sorry, you can use it for this. Yeah, of course. Yep.
Can I use it for this?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that's a normal roll.
Yep.
That's a 4 plus 6. That's a 4. So that's 8. How'd I do?
Let's see if they get whipped up into a frenzy here. These mushrooms.
That's a 4.
That's a 4.
Yeah, they seem pretty egged on. These mushrooms appear to be.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how am I able to command them, or does Toad command them?
You're telling Toad what you want to happen, and Toad's kind of relaying orders.
So like I'm gonna, as I'm running in, because I am going to strike him. As I'm running in, I want to tell Toad to. I just want to say, aim for the eyes, so that the others can hear it as well, like hear it. I don't know how the lingo for telepathic bullshit.
Sure.
Hey, Charles Xavier, just if you're watching the stream, can you tell me how you talk to people through their minds? Because I've recently recruited an army of mushroom folk, and I could really use your help.
I believe he just
Thanks,
does this
pal.
a lot.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do. And then I want to attack him with my warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to do this straight out of
Just do it straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton,
dude. You're gonna get bonked.
I can't find it. Why can't I find it? I can't find my warhammer. Well, I've got a warhammer here. So I'm just going to use that, and I'm just going to use the stats off of that, and we can make it up on the fly.
Cool.
Okay, cool. That's a normal roll. That's a 13
to hit.
To hit.
Yeah, you go to attack the Demogorgon, and you swing the fuckbringer down on his leg, on his shin, and there's just a bung, and it just bounces off.
Bonk.
What?
It's
Fuck.
The 13s.
That wouldn't even hit Thorendir.
Yeah, look, that's fair. It'd hit Winfred if that's any fucking.
It's because you don't wear clothes.
Yeah, but I'm dexterous. I'm a bear.
Yeah, so you jump out.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, my plan for these mushrooms is what I kind of wanted to do. I wanted the big mushrooms to like Kobe the little mushrooms into the Demogorgon's eyes, and so the little mushrooms could start fucking punching them in the eyes, like How to Train Your Dragon style.
Yeah.
And like spreading their spores all over this Demogorgon's back.
Yep. So they start sort of climbing up the Demogorgon, trying to get in its eyes. The little guys sort of grabbing on and climbing up. And releasing spores. Only affect creatures in. Okay, yeah. Demogorgon is breathing in spores. Oof. Even with a 1.
Yes.
Plus 16 Constitution though.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
I am going to allow, because Josh did cash in. Critical fails have massive problems. The Demogorgon seems to sort of breathe in these fumes and gets like dizzy for a moment, and falls to the ground, sort of
Ymir,
falls
no!
over. And yes, it is now currently prone as it just
would
falls on the
still
ground, crushing one of the fish creatures under it.
Thank you for the fumble.
Would it have to make a check because isn't the spell that it's cast on me concentration based?
Ooh, excellent question. It didn't need to
I
make
mean,
a...
if it's a con save, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's going to make a con... it'll make another con save, we'll see. Oh, jeez! Ymir, with
restrain
your...
itself now?
Good.
With your buffed up strength from Venom Chad, as the Demogorgon kind of hits the ground on its side, you sort of bust out of these invisible chains and drop to the ground.
But Dan, does he fly?
No, not yet.
Damn it.
We're working it out on my turn.
Okay.
He's superhero landings.
Tell you who does fly though, Pauly.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna guess Nesbit's just still swearing away and kind of just wriggling around, right?
Yeah, he's like yelling at you that we've got incoming. Go and headbutt him.
All right.
Kick him in the teeth.
Are you out of bombs?
I look like I just made a bombs, am I? You throw down all these bombs, and you say throw out all the bombs, and then you ask if I got any bombs left. Of course I got no bombs left. I just throw out all the fucking bombs, didn't I? Didn't you just ask, should he throw out all the bombs? And I said, yeah.
All right, Nesbit, it's fine. It's just, can you swim?
I am vaguely... I'm trying to remember, because Marcus helped me help design this character. I don't know if he can swim. I think he definitely doesn't like swimming because he usually, gunpowder and swimming don't go well together.
I also quite like that Nesbit is just Dylan Moran.
Yeah, I mean, he oscillates between Irish and Scottish.
Yeah. I mean, look, can he swim? Like that's the question I need to ask. That's all.
Yeah.
It's for a fun reason.
Yeah, I don't think he can't swim. Like, I don't think it states that he can't swim. So I think he can. I think he can.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to use my movement to fly over to here and then throw him and drop him into the pier.
Okay.
Just into the water.
Right. So you let go of him.
Yeah, and I'm like, look, nothing personal. I'll come get you later. as he's like falling down.
Give me a dexterity. No, give me an acrobatics check.
Sure.
Versus his. He's going to try and stay on you.
Gravity.
Yeah.
Fair enough. 16.
Yeah, so he's trying to hold on, and you kind of wriggle and sort of use one talon to push him off in the face, and he just goes, "Ah, you daft wee scudder!"
That makes me so happy. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to dive. Like basically, as he's falling down, actually, Paul is going to go. It's easier to fight this way. Sorry. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to fly back in, and then just like basically just dive in, and then whomp this creature.
Okay. So you probably used what, like 40 feet of movement?
40
Yeah.
feet of movement, and then 50. Like, well, I'd use 60 to go right back down. Like, well, 50 to get down there.
Cool.
Use my extra movement and then that to get there. Would that work?
Yep, sure.
Cool. And then I'm just going to hit him with my talon or rapier.
Yep. So this is one of the little manta ray creatures.
Yep. That is 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
$11 damage.
It's pretty good. So you sort of swoop and fly by this other flying creature, and are able to kind of descend from above, lashing out with your talon rapier. It sort of starts bleeding out all over the ground, still swooping around. You two kind of start circling each other like gulls.
So we're both 60 feet up, aren't we?
Yep.
Cool. Is there any way that I can change my height so it's easier for you, or no?
You might be able to. Can you right click?
There is actually. Yep, I can.
Yep.
I can. Yep. Boom. I'll make that easier for you.
Cool, thank you. I'm just trying to reset the size on this thing. There we go. So many buffs coming through. I'll need to fix that up in a second. But first, it is Le Demigorgon's turn. It's going to stand up. And as it does so, it looks at you, Winfred. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only got a +1 to wisdom. I got an 18.
You, as this creature's like fall into the ground, its arms that are two tentacles thrashing about, its two ape-like heads kind of biting at each other, trying to bite at like the myconids that are crawling all over it. It turns both its heads to look at you, and the sort of the toad on your head.
Yeah.
And you sort of look deep into these two sets, these four yellow eyes. And these lights in the darkness, you are hypnotized. You're in fact charmed by the Demogorgon. And you hear its voice in your head.
Oh God, no.
And you hear both its voices in your head. In fact, you're hearing many, many voices, but there sort of seems to be something coming through that's essentially telling you to rip and tear these mortals.
That means the mushrooms are going with him.
I mean, the Demogorgon's mortal.
No, it isn't.
Nope.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's a demon.
Demons aren't
It's
mortal.
very clearly telling you to rip and tear.
Rip and tear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that's not demonic.
Okay.
And the message you see ripple out, and you think to yourself, yes, this is correct. The flesh is to be destroyed, and the mushrooms sort of start climbing off the Demogorgon and start moving over to you. Some of them start moving towards Ymir. Some of them start moving towards the other fish people.
So I'm still telepathically linked to the small mushrooms, right?
Yes.
They all heard what
Okay,
the
cool.
Demogorgon said.
Can I command them, seeing as I'm the squad leader, can I command them to attack the fish people?
Because
Because I can never remember what they're called, but fish people. The Murlocs.
yeah, the Kotoa.
Yeah.
So
That's
you've just gotten like the Demogorgon is enforcing its will upon you, and then you're kind of enforcing your will upon the mushrooms.
Yeah.
I will allow a
pretty
game of
much.
Beck-
This is how chain of command works.
Yeah, I will allow some Beck and Whispers-esque kind of
Okay, cool.
kind of muddling of the message if you can give me another wisdom saving throw. And if you
Okay.
can beat a, let's say, a 15.
A 15 on a wisdom saving throw.
Use
All
as well.
right. I don't have inspiration, but I just gave
Let me just
Ymir.
check, you might.
I just gave
give you-
Ymir and Thorendir bardic inspiration. So
I'm giving you some. I'm giving you some right now.
Oh, I better be quick.
Oh.
This is the
What's
Foundry
my-
virtual tabletop for anyone for you win who was
Done.
asking.
Sent.
okay. All
You
right.
get a-
So I've
you get
got
a plus d6.
I got a plus D6. Do I?
Hmm.
Thank you so much, Timmy. I really appreciate that. So wisdom saving throw again.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. A 17.
18.
Plus
Plus
a
a
plus a
D6.
D6. 18 plus a D6. 3. So like a
21.
21.
like a dirty 21.
Hmm.
21.
You surface enough that you kind of see. You're not quite there yet, but you see the
Yeah.
edge of where sanity is,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
you think if you could push a little bit further. Oh no, but yeah, destroy everything. No, destroy everything sounds good, and you in
Okay.
so you rise up enough and to sort of change the command somewhat to protect your allies, and the mushroom folks start just lifting up people and tearing them apart.
Okay, so basically, the only message that I want to get across to the rest of the mushrooms, whilst all of these like conflicting whispers are coming across, and I'm going to try and roleplay this as much as I can, as just like spare the heroes, and that's. I'm assuming that's the only thing that I can get across to them.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. All right. Fucking. Do I have to? Do I have to attack somebody now, or do I have to wait until my turn?
Well, yeah, we have to wait till your turn.
Okay,
and
cool.
Carry out its commands on your turn. The
Okay.
Demogorgon though stands up, still on fire, and so it's sort of lit up by these sort of flames dancing along its shoulders. Bits of its fur kind of burning away. It seems unperturbed, and it just sort of seems to let out a roar again as the myconids kind of jump off it and start moving around. Pauly, the manta ray next to you is going to try and do a bite. 16 to hit
Yeah, just hits.
for 3 damage, and one of the other ones swoop up behind you and do the same. But it
Ooh.
I'm going to let you get a free attack in here, as we do have dangerous fumbles on. This thing sort of flies past you in such a way that you're able to kind of get a parry riposte sort of thing in.
Boom.
I'm going to take the 9 damage
17.
there,
Okay, 9. Yeah.
because you don't get sneak attack twice.
True.
Cool. All right. Thorendir, as Thorendir, you sort of survey the battlefield from your general's position at the back here. The Myconid army appears to be stopped in their tracks. You don't, I guess, know exactly what has happened, but they were attacking and seem to have toppled the creature, and then now are clambering off it to search out the remaining fish people and pulling them from their homes, pulling them apart, and throwing spores around. Just puffs of spores are going everywhere. It's like a Butterfree convention in here, as more and more of these fish people give their last.
Okay. This is a bit of flair. All right. Am I allowed to cast a spell on Winfred?
If you have a spell, sure.
All right.
What do you have?
I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on Winfred and take control of him, essentially.
Excellent.
It's a great idea.
Okay. So the target is charmed.
And then I control its melee actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we've had charmed, but what about second charmed?
Yes, so I'm counter charming the charm.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Wait, is he counter charming it, or is he just double charming it?
No, I
He
pretty
controls
much
you
put a
now.
crown on your head and pretty much take control of your actions.
Oh, okay,
Um,
cool.
charmed. Okay. Create a contest. If a person was ordered to. Yeah. Okay. So you both. All right. So Winfred needs to make a wisdom saving throw to begin with.
Another wisdom saving throw?
Another wisdom
Yes.
saving throw.
Okay, cool.
Don't
Theoretically,
give this kind of advantage.
theoretically, you want to fail this one.
Okay, no worries. If I roll an at 20 on this one, I swear to fuck.
Oh,
Shit! That's alright. Wait, cause he's already charmed.
Hang on,
do we
can
have
I roll with disadvantage considering that I'm already charmed?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, sorry, Aaron.
that's what I just said, Ken.
No.
No.
You get trying to get into his
We
head
tried.
to plant the crown of madness, and I mean, if you had like an actual inspiration, like Ymir and Thorendir, you could roll twice and take the lower result, I guess. Impose
Yeah,
disadvantage, I would allow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so you're trying, Thorendir, you're trying to like whisper a crown of madness on top of Winfred's head, but it splits into two crowns. Representing the two heads of the Demogorgon, and then they shatter.
Does that mean that Winfred's Tasmanian? He's got two heads?
Not quite two heads yet, but yes. I think that was
tried.
an inbreeding joke.
You guys are fucking tough crowd.
Wow, boys, that was me last,
Oh god.
2 spell slots.
He's spent.
I need to level 1 spell slots now, boys.
Alrighty.
Next up, we've got Ymir.
What is the Duragar doing? His own shit.
The
so
Durgar
Ymir-
is invisible.
Exactly.
Last you saw him. Or last you didn't see him.
So that's a good point. Ymir's going to yell out, Duragar! Do something! And then he's going to reach inside himself and if you want to whisper to me what I was granted by Venom Chad, and then I'll say that's how I will.
Sure.
Glasses on so I can read the message.
Hey Dan, that D6 of inspiration that I've got under my head on Twitch, is that the one that I've already spent, or is that another one?
I think it's another one.
It's
sort of
another one? Oh, wicked.
Heaps of them are coming through, so I'm adding them.
Thanks, chat.
There you go.
If only I could, like, roll a D6 to negative my wisdom save.
Okay. Yeah. On hearing "Fly, you fools" again a second time, going to drop his rage again, as if it snapped him out of it again.
Give me a wisdom saving throw to see if you can overcome your own inner drive to always go forward.
Yeah, but didn't we go across this last session when the dragon speaks in my mind, it snaps me out of it?
Oh yeah, I'll allow that. That's fine.
Yeah. So he's going to. Do I have to disengage from this stupid fucking mushroom?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Because it's technically targeting the fish people.
You don't know that.
That's a good point.
It is gone from walking towards the Demogorgon to kind of looking down at you, and seems to be plucking up fish people and kind of tearing them in half.
All right. Well, Ymir's going to take a look at that and just go, "Oh, he's not dealing with me. He's dealing with the fucking fish." And Ymir's going to. How far can I leap?
Which direction are you trying to go?
That away.
To the east?
Past
Running away?
Thorendir. Yes, I've been told to run twice by a dragon.
Okay.
So I'm going to listen to the dragon.
So you run and take a leap, and sort of like the Hulk, or like Captain America when he first got his powers, you just fly way further than you were expecting, and just start sort of like soaring over this roof, and kind of crash onto it and roll down the other side.
Righty. So Ymir's on the other side, and he's just going to yell out at the top of his lungs once he's landed. I've been told to run back to the light on the east. Let's get the fuck out of here. And then I still have movement, don't I?
Yeah.
Because leap doesn't count as movement.
Leap doesn't count as movement, but you can use your action to dash when you land.
Alright, well, I'm going to do that, yeah. It's just going to run 30 feet further. Can I use my leap again as a bonus action?
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
Alrighty. Ymir's just turned into the fucking Hulk. That's a 17.
Yeah, so you're trying to, I assume, leap across the water.
Across the water.
Yeah. You jump across and kind of land on the one of the docks here, splintering the wood as your kind of leg goes through it, and you have to sort of pull your leg back out.
Yeah.
As you're obviously incredibly heavy, covered in weapons.
Weapons and armor.
Yeah, and kind of look back across the west. You can see the top of the Demogorgon Godzillaing over the city here. Just sort of fire, flames licking up onto surfaces and making their way around town. Just the entire town's lit up. Looks like a bit of a festival.
Hell yeah, dude. We're at Unify. Fry because it's on fire. Yeah, Ymir's just gonna yell again. I'm just not gonna yell. Like, my throat, my voice can't take it at the moment. I will ready the ship. Run. And I'll end my turn there.
Cool. The Gith kind of sidles up to you, Thorendir, and says, he's very hot and cold, isn't he? 1 minute he's charging in,
Well,
the next he's
What's
running
this?
away, then he's charging in again and running away. Are you sure he doesn't have 2 heads?
trust me, I've heard about his second head, and it's not big enough to talk about. But I don't mismanage the 2 balls between that head. I tell you, because maybe we should fuck off now. Let's fucking disengage and toodaloo on, fuck off out of this place.
He says, the bear and the mushrooms, are they all part of your crew?
I don't know about the fun guy, but that bear definitely isn't. Shit. But let's go back to the ship and have a drink and not think about this, and we're going to have a very good time and pretend that this didn't happen. I hate fish people. I've always hated them, I say.
All right. So he starts, or he just says, sort of lead the way, and is going to follow you. Winfred.
One quick question. As I yelled out to the Duragar, does he acknowledge, or do I notice him acknowledging, or is there any sort of like a signal that he makes, or is he just Is he just fucking gotten the Durigar? Because I yelled out to the invisible dude saying, fucking do something.
Yeah, I mean, yelling out to an invisible guy is like the equivalent of yelling out to.
Yeah, no, I'm
world.
trying to hear, like, was there a... Could I have made a check? Like, did he, like, make a signal, like, tap a dagger on something? Or am I just like, I guess he heard me?
I think Ymir was kind of listening to his own internal monologue at this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you certainly have not noticed anything amiss. You saw the Duragar disappear. You've seen Thorendir do that too. So
Yes.
yeah, you could make some assumptions, but you certainly have not been able to, I don't think, keep track of where he was, if anywhere.
Yeah.
Winfred.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, so tell me, damn daddy, where exactly is Winfred mentally?
About a fourth grader.
No. Like seriously, because he's been charmed twice, and I'm not sure
charmed
exactly
once.
where my head's at the moment.
Yeah, so one didn't stick. So Thorendir's one didn't stick.
Thorendir's one didn't stick. I'm
Yeah.
still charmed by the Demogorgon.
Correct. So you can kind of hear the Demogorgon's voice in your head. Everything else sounds like pain. It's cacophony of voices in your brain. You know, you've kind of like embraced the madness to a certain extent. And you know, all you can hear is just the doom music playing in the background, and rip and tear going through your mind. Now, during that time, though, you do see, you know, you look up. You've given the order for the Myconids to attack the fish people. You look up, and the last thing you kind of saw was Thorendir trying to weave some kind of spell at you.
Okay, I am listening to you, but I also need to tell everybody that my girlfriend's a domestic goddess, and she's just brought me dinner.
Aww.
So just like
Aww.
everybody say thank you to Sophie.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thanks, Sophie.
There we
sharing
go.
with the class?
No, I'm not.
then-
Fuck off. Okay,
then
so
no,
I'm
no,
still
thank
attacking the mortals then.
Yeah, you're like it's not even words, I guess, at this point. It's just rip and tear, rip and tear, rip and tear. Going through your
Okay,
brain.
cool. So none of my allies are like.
flames coming off your fur, just.
Do those flames hurt the Demogorgon? Because it would be in his aura.
Yeah, well, it hurts everybody within my aura, so yes.
All the mushrooms should be on fire as well.
So, I am going to continue raging, but something that I want to make clear is that the flames that cover me are going to be noticeably like more red and smoky,
Mhm.
sort of like embers, you know, like dark flame. I want to do dark flame. That's what I want to do. And my pupils are going to be like red fiery embers. And I'm going to jump over this pond here and hit this fish person over here. If you can,
Sure.
hit this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to make a standard Warhammer strike. That is a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
And because I'm swinging the fuckbringer on a natural 20, I also get what is it, like an extra swing?
I think it's like an extra bit. Like
It's like an extra elemental attack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So after I fucking decimate this fish person over here, I'm just gonna roll damage on this.
Yeah.
So it's a 16 damage.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, does that include critical?
Yeah, because it's 2d8.
Oh, it is 2. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So
you bring-
16 damage.
you bring the fuckbringer, you leap across the water, bring the fuckbringer down, and slam the Koatoa. It sort of crushed into the ground, still writhing, but then sort of flames leap up across the hammer and just burn it alive, and it dies screaming.
Okay, cool. So I'm guessing I'm over here now.
Sure.
And then I want to turn around to I kind of want to turn around to like the direction of these manta rays over here.
Mhm.
And I want, because that's like, apart from this guy here, I want to just like leap wildly around the room effectively.
Sure.
And I want to let out that elemental attack. But the way that I want to do it, because it is a natural 20, and I'm going to ask if I can do this. Can I breathe fire?
Sure.
Cool.
Sounds good.
I want to like just fucking decimate this fish person, and then turn around to the direction of the manta rays, and just let out like a fucking unholy roar and breathe fire in their direction.
Mm-hmm. All right, roll me 2d6.
Sort of like the Avatar versus Fire Lord roar, but and like breathe fire. That's what I'm going for here, but more sinister.
Yeah, roll me 2d6.
2d6. That's a 3 and a 6.
Okay. Where is this guy? So you breathe out fire. This creature is sort of burned by it, but is able to duck out of the way of some of that. And
Okay.
but the flames are sort of that sort of dark, deep red, sort of the red of hell, the red of a sleeping volcano, like Fire Mountain.
Yeah.
As and your body is becoming more and more sort of almost like
Yep.
corrupted and demonic looking as this goes on.
Does the Demogorgon get hit by any of it?
Which way were you breathing fire?
I'll mark it out. So this direction.
Oh yeah, no, your breath weapon's probably not going to go that far. I thought it was going at
Okay.
I thought it was like at this guy.
Oh.
Since he was the closest to you.
Well, since that my next target is these two people, just like on a metagame level. My next target
Sure.
is these two people, so it's like I'm just like wildly like leaping around the room, in random directions. Does like that breath
Sure.
hit
The
Demogorgon at all?
seems to be, a being of hell, and seems to not really worry about fire a lot.
Okay, cool. Does Pauly see any of this?
Yeah, I think Pauly sees like a lit bear flying back and forth around the battlefield, just crushing fish under his big hammer.
Does he see anything like corrupted at all? Like anything different about Winfred?
If you would like there to be, yeah. I mean, I think Winfred's looking pretty demonic right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like him.
There's nothing I can do about that. I
know.
I have no magic in my bones whatsoever.
No.
I'm just air to keep me afloat.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, does he notice?
He could see you down there because there's definitely plenty of light now that everything's like on fire and stuff. In fact, and at the end of your turn, you do get a chance to kind of shake off some of this charm. So give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's a 12.
No.
It's a 13. Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. Pauly.
Everyone's really just left. Okay.
I mean, Winfred's mind has left. Everyone else has
Checked
physically
out.
left.
Yeah, Winfred is
There it
dead.
is,
He's
Billy.
checked out.
He got the bill.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just attack these two creatures each. So I'll attack the one right in front of me or south of me with Talon. $12.
12 is... Come on, load. 12's not going to cut it.
Right. And then I'll attack the other one with my dagger.
Mm-hmm. Sort of aerial combat. Oh!
Oh, Jesus.
That natty
Can you guys
20.
hear that when I hit it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Give me that damages.
Okay.
Whew. How do you want to do that?
Just in rage of not getting the first one, I'm just going to stab the other one right in the eye.
Yeah, so you sort of swoop and fly. Oh, it would matter. I was going to say, like, you don't get sneak attack because it has an ally kind of nearby, but it doesn't matter with the crit damage. So you're kind of flying in and out. You got two bogeys on your tail, and you're able to you miss one, but are able to kind of swing around and slice your dagger through the other one. It's flaps of meat falling to the ground.
Okay. And then I'm going to fly up another 40 feet.
Sure. You're very lucky to not trigger attacks of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
These things have specifically an ability that is when a creature provokes an attack of opportunity, they do something.
Oh, really?
All right.
Other than that, yeah, I am a 10. I can't do much else.
Yeah, so you fly up and make your way across the battle. Make your way higher into the battlefield, seeing what's all happening. You survey the battlefield and you can see it is looking quite empty. The fish creatures who had stayed have all died. The ones who had started running have mostly died. You can kind of make out over the crackling of fire and the burning buildings, sort of the wailing of fish people that perhaps are hiding in alleyways and in buildings themselves. As the town starts to burn down under you. The Demogorgon turns and just sort of in a maddened rage, even though the myconids are hopping off it, it just sort of lashes out anyway and slams its tentacles into a bunch of these creatures. Holy shit.
Wow.
Another nat 20.
That's his third.
Yep.
This thing's pretty fucking good.
I saw a nat 1 in there.
That was damage.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, you rolled 2 nat 1s for damage and more
I
dice.
tried.
Yeah.
No,
So, despite the myconids kind of jumping off to go do your bidding, Winfred, you feel them get sort of crushed and destroyed. You feel, or Toad, I guess, kind of relays their pain to you, but you're somewhat deaf to it. The manta rays
Thank you, baby.
make their way around the city, flying up around rooftops looking for more prey. One of them comes up to you, Pauly, and flies upwards to try and bite you. But you're able to kind of swoop in and around the stalactites and avoid this creature. Meanwhile, more of them kind of fan out around, ducking down and swooping at unsuspecting Koatoas. As the Demogorgon kind of looks around. Now, Thorendir, you're still in line of sight of this giant creature,
Is
aren't
Timmy
you?
hearing all of this? He's got his wireless headphones on, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ayish.
It kind of looks at you and lets out a roar. And one of its heads, is kind of still scanning the destruction and death that it is unleashed. One of the heads sort of just turns its gaze to look at you, and seems to sort of salivate further.
Not my Grimsbane cheeks.
It's your turn. What do you do?
Thorendir, with a tear in his eye, goes to his new Geth friend and he, looking at the ground around him, reluctantly, he casts an earth tremor.
We got seconds, boys. I'm sorry. I thought my microphone was muted.
And cast earth tremor. Don't really worry about the damage, but everything in this sort of cavern area becomes I'll just link the spell.
I can see it here.
Yeah.
It becomes difficult terrain until cleared. Range 10 feet.
Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed, Thorendir and Ymir, I gave you both Bardic Inspiration.
Oh,
So
lovely.
if you want to use that now, if DM Daddy will allow it, because I didn't I didn't announce it before because it wasn't my turn, but
The spell's not attacking anything, man. I'm literally causing
okay.
difficult terrain. So
Oh,
the
okay,
damage
cool.
doesn't do shit.
Yeah, cool.
And
So parts of these houses sort of start collapsing as you create a tremor. These stone houses sort of crack and break, and kind of rubble fills the streets, somewhat, making it difficult to follow you through that street.
yeah, and Thorendir slaps the Geth on the back. Thorendir brings out one of the two feathers of his hat, whispers a little dwarven prayer for his brother Winfred, and tosses it in the wind, and Thorendir is retreating.
All right. Okay. Ymir.
All right. Ymir, again, to reiterate his point, just yells, "Fall back to the ship," and he's gonna leap again. Ultimately, I'm gonna do 2 leaps because I'm trying to reach, basically the dock. If I can do it in one,
It's probably
without
gonna take
jumping
you 2.
over things, like a long leap on flat terrain that way.
Well, it's gonna take you your whole turn, I think. Either way.
Yeah. I just want to get to the pod, essentially.
Sure.
So first leap. How many feet can I jump? Or
Look, it's not an exact science. You're able to sort of combination of running and jumping and falling over. You kind of land. You can feel kind of as you tap into this power. You can feel sort of your skin on the arm around where the Venom Chat tattoo is. The skin starts turning sort of scaly and green around the tattoo, and it's sort of like spreading out along your forearm. You sort of get to the docks where Tide is kind of hanging out, having finished sort of loading up the last of the mushroom wood. She sees you running towards her, sort of panic in her eyes, and says, "Where is what? Oh my god, what is happening? By the sea queen, by Azuna. What the fuck did you do?"
Don't want to talk about it. Get everything on the ship. We need to repair the ship. We're going. We're leaving. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Where are the others?
They're on their way.
I'm sorry, this is reminding me of that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where, like, some people stay behind and I'm fucking falling apart here.
Right, man. I literally cast my last fucking spell slot on you to get you out and it didn't work.
Where's Quill? Rocket! Where's Quill?
Yeah, so she's on the dock. She's like, where's Winfred? Where's Thorendir? Where's Pauly? Like, we can't leave without them.
I'm gonna cry.
Ymir just like takes a second to steady himself and just goes, "They're on their way. Winfred is the demon owns him for now. We will return." We will rescue him. We need to regroup. We need to get away for. We can't do anything as it is right now.
She says, "Okay, we'll prep the ship, but we're not going anywhere without everybody. Surely, that's not how this crew works."
This crew doesn't work like that, but we need to live to save him. We can't. We need to live to be able to save him. Otherwise, there's no saving anybody.
All right. The Gith sort of running alongside with you, Thorendir. He says your bear friend is. I'm sorry. My condolences that you lost your bear friend.
Thorendir never truly leaves a man behind. We'll come back for you, my friend.
Well, I guess he's a bear, so still not leaving a man behind.
Yeah,
Barely though.
You guys are pronouncing Winfred's name wrong. It's not Bear Friend, it's Winfred.
But clearly the Gith, he is a little bit of gravy splatter on Thorendir's cheeks a little bit. Just tears, manly tears coming down. Basting the turkey, man. Just basting.
All right, Winfred.
I'm still charmed, aren't I?
Yep.
Can I see? Is Pauly on the ground now?
No, Pauly's 100 feet in
I'm
the
like
air.
100 feet up.
Pauly's in the air?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to continue my rampage of destruction.
Cool.
I suppose I'm going to move to. Yep, that's 15 feet. I'm going to move to this guy here, and I'm going to sort of cleave into the wall and try to hit him and hit between a hammer and a hard place. And I just want everybody to know I take absolutely no joy in this. There we go.
Fish are friends, not food, man. Or hammer fodder.
15 to hit.
Yep.
With a two-handed swing.
Sure. Yeah. So big old two-handed. So yeah, you cleave into the fish creature, sort of flames rising off you as you just smash its head into the wall. The crunching sound of its fish bones, pleasing and also maddening at the same time. Maddening probably because it's so fleeting.
Repenter. Yeah, I when I kill another fish person, I let out another ghastly roar, imagine like the roar of a volcano sort of thing.
Absolutely.
And as I let out that roar, I'm going to use my bonus action to let out a gout of flame and magma, and hit these two manta rays adjacent to me.
Cool. So sort of flames lick up from all your nonsense, from all your back fur bristling with heat. And,
I'm imagining at this stage, if anybody remembers the movie Wrath of the Titans, Kronos, when he bursts out of the mountain, that's what Winfred looks like right now.
Yeah.
Just a twisted volcanic version of Winfred at the moment.
But he's a bear, yeah?
Yeah.
He's been a bear.
Yeah, I'm for you WoW fans out there, I'm certainly imagining the corrupted Ursoc from the Emerald Dream.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, I know that I said I based this character off of Winnie the Pooh, but where the fuck do you reckon I got an elemental bear from?
Yeah. Cool.
I am going to cry when Winfred kicks it.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. All right. We're wisdom saving throw. That's the 9. That's not done. That's not going to cut it.
That's not going to do it. Pauly.
All right. Well, seeing everyone run away like little pansies, and seeing his good friend Winfred just murdering all these fish, he knows something's up. Comes up with an idea. Yeah, comes up with an idea. Can I roll to intimidate, or basically enrage Winfred?
Yeah, describe to me what you're doing or what your intent is.
I'm gonna basically just shout some insults, and I'd rather do it after. They're all very specific to. They're going to be really hurtful, really hurtful to Winfred. That even in a charmed state, he would definitely be angry about.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Give me a.
All right, I'm gonna add some bardic inspiration to this too.
Would this be intimidation, or would it be a performance? Because are you trying to make him scared, or are you trying to what are you trying?
I'm trying to taunt him into coming after me.
Yeah. Okay.
Essentially,
I would allow performance for this.
Yep. I gave myself some bardic inspiration too, plus d6.
Plus d6. Okay.
Oh fuck!
That's pretty good.
Oh my god!
Right. Okay. Roll d6.
That's a d6. Oh my god!
You ready for my insults?
Yeah, sure. Fucking go for it.
All right. Hey, you big dumb bear. Honey sucks, and you look really stupid in that pirate hat. But I feel like that would definitely hurt you. So
you see
Water Boy Winfred. Water Boy.
You see
Gatorade.
Pauly. You just see Winfred turn up to you, and instead of a tear rolling down his cheek, it steams upwards, and you see him grimace at you, you're just you insulted my ancestors.
Winfred, your entire vision becomes just a tunnel, and all you see is just the Aaraockra. Nothing else matters now.
Come get some.
Fuck me.
And then I'll basically just end it with a come get some, flap my wings at him, I'm what up, bro? Huh? What do you want? And then I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna run, but I'm gonna try and dive bomb and pick up Nesbitt on the way, wherever the hell he is. There he is.
So, as you didn't make an attack, you can't get away for free, and this creature is going to use its barbed tail to attack you.
Oh, yeah, because
that's part of my ability. That's part of my ability to get away at all times. It's part of the swashbuckler ability.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to have a quick look. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. You learn to land a strike during your turn. If you make a melee attack against a creature, that creature can't make opportunity attacks against you.
Oh, okay. Right. Fair enough.
Oh, mate, I've been waiting.
You've been getting out free willy-nilly for too long.
Yeah, that hits.
19 to hit.
Yep.
And 8 piercing damage.
Ouch. Cool.
All right.
Was that a free movement? Was that a free action to intimidate Winfred?
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right, then I'm gonna just dive bomb and pick up Nesbitt on the way.
Okay. So, yeah, you probably have enough speed to get over there and kind of grab him again. And he's sort of dripping with water and rage. You thought that this tiny little gnome couldn't be angrier than he was before when you were having fun. As he was calling you all kinds of names. And now, as you dive down to pick him up again, he says, "Ah, no! You will not be picking me up again, you damn lawyer! Come at me with your invoices and your tax, will ya? Nah, Nisbet ain't gonna pay. He's trying to avoid your talons as you swoop in to grab him.
Should I roll something? Should I roll like acrobatics again just to try and pick him up?
Yeah. Let's do that.
18. I love that.
Yeah, easily you swoop down. He tries to avoid it, but you kind of just grab him again. Winfred, you see sort of the center of your ire sort of flying off, swooping down in the distance, and you've got the smell of him now. You've got the beyond the smell of brimstone and magma and death and fish guts. You can smell live chicken.
Oh, chicken. Angry rainbow chicken.
Meanwhile, the myconids are kind of spreading out. Some of them trying to step over this this difficult terrain. Some of them can't really find fish creatures to go after, and now they're turning their attentions towards the big ones. Are sort of turning their attentions towards you, Thorendir. The Demogorgon as well kind of steps forward and just steps on one of the smaller myconids, crushing it to the earth, not really caring, and lashes out at some of the myconid sovereigns. And just sort of knocking them about and knocking them into walls.
It was almost another nat 20. Jesus Christ.
This Demogorgon is getting real lucky. Like with
Nah, you
every.
just claps, bro. You just claps.
This
bro.
is class, yeah.
Also, he doesn't need to be.
Oh, no.
Thorendir.
Thorendir will move. Wait, that's completely the wrong way I did. Sorry. Why can't I move any further? Oh, I did. There we go. And will then use my action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
And I end my turn.
All right. Ymir.
Okay, so would you say at that time that the ship's loaded?
Yeah. There wasn't much more on the docks left to load. The
Alright.
sort of Winfred and the myconid kind of did most of the heavy lifting earlier.
Alright, so what's the shape of the ship currently? Is it sea ready, or do I have to quickly repair it?
I mean, it's still beaten up. It's probably it's in a similar state to when you arrived. Like, no repair work had been done yet. It's not actively sinking, but it's probably got a couple of holes in it, or it's got a couple of slow leaks.
3 inches in holding, sir.
It's
All right. Well,
yeah. It's got about it's sort of at half strength. You would think.
All right. Well, Ymir's just going to make his way to the end of the dock, and can I use my woodworking tools to try and just patch some of it?
Yeah. Give me a tools check. Woodcarver's tools.
Where the hell did my phone go?
What would that be? That would be
It's a D20 plus your proficiency, so +2.
yeah, but which proficiency is it?
Just your proficiency. Your proficiency score is +2.
+2. Yeah, D20 +2.
Yeah. So because you're proficient in woodcarver's tools.
That's an 18.
Cool. Yeah, so you're able to sort of patch up part of the ship. I'm going to give it a bit of health here. Yeah.
So he's using the mushroom wood.
Yes.
Does he know that it's mushroom wood?
No. It's just using
Okay.
what looks like wood.
Yeah. There's like wood that's been
okay.
loaded onto the top deck, and
Okay.
you're able to take planks of that down underground, and you start repairing it. It's looking a little bit better, but
Yeah. Mia's gonna just I suppose doing that would have been my action, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Is
that's good.
just gonna be on the ship
Yeah.
and get
Tidal's
ready to
kind of
start-
standing up on the bow now, like looking out or at the stern, looking out at the city, looking for signs of anyone else.
Ymir's going to yell to Tidal. Start readying the ship, but we will not raise the anchor.
So she starts yelling at the remaining zombies to start, pulling off ropes and whatnot, leaving like one rope kind of connected to the dock, and lowering sails and trimming ship and whatnot. Cool.
Getting us ready to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. The Geth coming with you, Thorendir, sort of keeping pace with you. He seems he seems a little bit injured as you are, but he's sort of keeping pace here. Winfred.
I want to send a message out to my mushroom friends, seeing as they've got nowhere to attack. I want to say, and I'm gonna try and like do a voice. Living people eat dead mushrooms. Living mushrooms eat dead people. And I want them to I want to command them to start spreading spores to all of the corpses in the area. And after I've done that, I'm going to go and take off after Pauly.
Okay. Give me a wisdom check to see, because this is again like giving them a new order that's a little bit different to yours.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I just want to see if you can kind of.
I rolled a 5.
No, they're just mindless. It's mindless violence.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So is the mindless violence is for the mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I roll like a 29. So
okay, all right, that's fine.
You're really pissed at me.
You kind of give them new orders. You're just like, the last thing you remember is fucking bin chicken,
rainbow chicken.
Rainbow chicken. And they're you're kind of getting feedback from Toad, like, I guess so. Like, if you want to do that, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. What about Toad? Is he still on my head?
Yeah. Okay. So you're still connected to the mushrooms. You can kind of hear Toad's voice. It's just a little voice on the edge of hearing.
Yeah, on the edge of my consciousness. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Don't kill everything, Winfred. We're friends. Friends are not food.
That's 30 feet. That's 60 feet. So basically, all I can really do is move to here. But as I can't hit that manta ray that's up in the air, can I?
No, it's super
well.
up.
Okay. Well, I just want to what I want to do is because I've got the wall next to me, I want to kick off the wall and break into a fucking Usain Bolt sprint. But as I do that, I want to use my bonus action to burn these 2 manta rays as I do it.
Okay. Yeah. So they sizzle and crack and frying of fish flesh. The smell of fish and/or chips fills the air. As
I'm going full anime on this one, Dan.
Yeah.
Winfred's got his arms out the side and everything.
So Pauly, you get a quick look back, and coming and bearing down on you around the corner is just this.
Right. I'm just gonna keep teasing him. Come on, oh you. You know what I mean? I'm basically humming a tune about honey. Honey sucks. It really, really sucks. Honey sucks. It really, really sucks.
And then,
I'm just imagining. Yeah, no. It's great because I'm thinking of Waterboy. So now all I'm imagining is just Winfred going, just running right after me.
Oh dear. Just.
Yeah.
The worst part is if Ymir gets off the ship to try and knock Winfred unconscious, it's gonna be fucking I can't remember his name from Waterboy versus
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Yeah, all right. So it's Captain Insano versus Billy Madison.
Oh, you're trying to
anyway.
the Waterboy's name?
Yeah, I can't remember his
Bobby
name.
Boucher.
Bobby Boucher, that was it.
Anyway, I'm gonna grab Nesbit and run over. I fly over.
Give me an athletics check.
Sure. Again.
Yeah, because you sort of picked him up. You're trying to like gain a bit of height as you fly over this water. Yeah, you clear it easily.
Cool. Yeah, and then 1 second.
So you strain somewhat. Obviously, your bloodied feathers. You find that kind of you find that second wind, and it fly past.
Fly to there.
Yeah.
I'll drop Nesbit down.
Yeah.
When we get across.
Red lights for evil bear.
Oh, you pick me up again. I'll suck you in the tenty.
Can I see Ymir? I can see him, but can I see him?
I'm on the ship.
Yeah, I think he's sort of. You
there.
see, you kind of see him coming up and down from the top deck.
A hold.
Yeah, going back into the hold, coming up, getting more stuff, going back down. Title's kind of waving at you from the back of the ship there.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell out anyway and say, Ymir, we're gonna have words when we get out of here. Essentially, just because leaving the crew is just a disgusting act.
This isn't leaving the crew. This is readying the ship so we can all retreat.
We'll talk later.
Ymir's not aware of Winfred being fucking charmed.
And then I'll end my turn there.
Cool.
Mr. _ Brightside _ wants critical fails to have some meaning.
Yeah. You just double critical fails now. All right, so the Demogorgon sort of marching through the streets. You can hear it slamming into buildings and crushing buildings as the town kind of burns around to your west, Thorendir. You seem to have kind of made it out of the thick of it as you're running back to the ship itself. We'll sort of cut to Winfred. You've made your way as Thorendir kind of rounds the corner, and I assume is kind of making their way up dockside.
I was, but I'm about to jump. If it's my turn, I was jumping in the water so then I could travel fucking 120 feet in one turn.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just like waterbender style, just like.
Nah, bloody Thorendir goes. The boat's just up there to the gaff, and pulls his hood over his head, jumps in the corner, jumps in the water, and then uses his bonus action to fucking swim 60 feet, and then he just swims 60 feet for his movement because he's in water, and then he'll be here. And why is it an enemy who I can just move him?
Yeah, you can't move him after you've. There you go.
There we go. And then I will then use my action to then dash and pretty much pelican up onto the dolphin up onto the ship.
Bonus points if you can do it. Bonus points if you can do a dolphin sound. That's close enough.
It's dwarven dolphins for you, everybody.
Dwarven dolphins, that's it.
So Thorendir, you sort of splash up onto the ship, landing. Title sort of looks at you and says, Thorendir, Ymir's down in the hold. He's patching holes. He says we have to get out of here. What's happening?
Well, Tide, as you see, the town's gone to shit. And us lads need to fucking pull up anchor and fuck off out of here, because there be a Demogorgon coming and the cheeks being clapped. I saw fish guts exploding, and I swear I cannot eat fish again, Tide. I'm already about to puke.
She says, well, I can see Pauly and some kind of gnome just over there. But where's Winfred?
Thorendir just goes, shh.
Would they be able to see smoke rising from the trail of fire that I've left?
Mate, they could see a bad moon rising. That's what they could see. Is that the Creedence Clearwater song? Bad
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thorendir just goes, shh.
I see the bad mood rising.
Escape now.
I see trouble
Escape
on the
now.
way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today.
Oh dear.
She sees a flaming bear trying to fuck the night out there. But you give her the shh. She just kind of stops
And
talking.
I'm like, escape now. 2 years later.
Cool. All right. Ymir, what are you up to? You see Thorendir on your next sort of trip to the top deck of the ship.
Ymir, upon like repairing the ship as best he can, he's gonna jump back onto the dock, and he's gonna like make his way back to here, and he's like to Thorendir, and he's going to yell to anyone that can hear him. I'm assuming Pauly could hear him. Say, what is going on with the bear?
Yeah, so at this moment, like everyone's kind of, we're a little bit out of initiative. As you can hear sort of a Winfred's howls and yells as he's sort of running in the distance. We have a few moments of quiet this side of the city as the three crewmates of La Floridita kind of stand around on the docks. And Ymir, you ask.
Yeah. What is going on with the bear?
Can I do brawl perception to see if there's a net around, like a fishing net?
You know I'm on fire, right?
It's fine.
No one's going to answer the question of the guy that's asking.
Yeah, no, I'm going to. I just wanted to check if I got one yet.
Thorendir goes to me and goes, my friend, I tried. But the bear, you see, the bear.
It's spooked.
That's mine. What? Bear's faking while I'm talking to you, man.
And the bear's not in this conversation.
Sorry.
Shout it.
The bear's mind has been taken over by the beast. The demon has him, and I tried to get him back, but my mind was shattered into a million pieces compared to the evil of that monster. I'm sorry, but I was too weak to save him. Hopefully, the demon shall keep him under spell, and we can come back and save it. Can I keep talking to Ymir, who asked me a question, please?
And Pauly's going to interject. That's what I was going to say, and says, "Don't worry, I worked it out. He's coming this way, but he's not very happy."
Well, then we should. Well,
I know I'm not.
Ymir's just going to throw in. He's like, now I made it to the ship. I've repaired the holes as best I could. Now we deal with the bear, we get him on the ship, and we leave. I think our best course of action would be to subdue him or to knock him the fuck out.
I rolled a 22 with my perception as well.
I've also got a net. I could just give you one.
Yeah, the net you spot is on Ymir's belt, and
yeah,
there's probably other like fishing nets and stuff around, surely. But yeah, like Ymir has one ready to hand.
Cool. You hold one end. I'll hold the other. Actually, no. Thorendir should hold the other side, and I'll stand behind the net.
Ymir's going to ask, what did he look like? Was he on fire?
He was, but I don't see any other way of holding a 4-ton bear down.
All right. Ymir's just going to say,
wet the rope. Wet the rope. If the rope's wet.
No. Ymir's just going to say, you two affix the net to this building. I will stand in front. You stand behind.
He needs to see me, though.
Yes. If he takes me down, throw the net. I'm going to knock him unconscious. And Ymir's just going to, like, move up. Because if I knock him out, then I feel like at least he's not raging anymore. We don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to knock him the fuck out and hope for the best.
Okay.
Right. So, Winfred, you sort of have, chasing the smell of rainbow chicken. The Bayer Marie full of that tasty flesh. They've just opened the oven at the Woolworths Deli. You can kind of smell it.
Yeah. I feel you.
You leap across the gap in the water, and you see up ahead sort of some obstacles between you and the rainbow chicken, but it can be done. What do you do?
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to roleplay this as best I can, so I can't hold back on this.
That doesn't matter. If I have to kill you, I'll kill you.
I'm going to. I know it's just outside of my range of vision, but can I see like Ymir and Gith and?
You can smell them for sure.
I can smell them. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm going to run straight for them.
Mm-hmm.
And 30 feet gets me about here or
Sure.
here, somewhere about there.
I'll let you. I'll get you into melee range just to save
Okay, cool.
time here.
And
You're filled with demonic fucking
I
lust.
want to like use my momentum to like throw some of the magma flames forward.
Mhm.
And strike the first thing in my way with my hammer.
Yep. Cool. Now, are you trying to strike to do damage? Or are you trying to strike to like shove? What's the?
I'm just trying to strike to do damage. Like I imagine that like it's sort of like my vision is a little like I can see red basically.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to strike the thing in front of me.
Cool. I'm going to give you a DM advantage on this.
Okay.
So you'll have advantage on this attack.
Alright.
Giving him that for his wisdom saves earlier.
No, but he's doing the DM's bidding. He gets the DM's advantage.
Okay,
thank you,
so-
Marcus, for the DM advantage. So yeah, you're going to have an attack roll with advantage against Ymir, and you sort of throw off this sort of hot magma as you come to a stop, slamming into Ymir with him and his armor. As fire kind of leaps forward on three of them here, and they're all going to take. What's your current fire damage at? 3.
Let me just double check. I think it's 2. Fire. All creatures in your aura take 2 fire damage each.
Oh yeah, but we got to remember that that Winfred is.
I just want to that
Super
fire
corrupt.
damage. If that's going to
Yeah.
hit
Super
anyone-
corrupted magma fire can do 3 damage if you really want it to, DM Daddy.
Oh yes, I do.
Quick question:
yeah,
if
Go on.
that fire hit, does that count as an attack?
no.
No, it's my bonus action.
It's
No,
just
would it be
like
perceived as an attacking action, even if it's a bonus action or anything, or is it just an effect?
It's just an
No, it's
effect.
more of an effect. Yeah,
Okay.
it's an effect of my rage. Yeah.
That's fine.
It's just the heat coming off him. It's not necessarily like a.
Because if it was perceived as an attack, any form of attack, I was gonna bring the fucking hammer down.
Right. Well, he's attacking you if that helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. No. I was talking more of the lines of Sentinel.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna swing at Ymir with advantage.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna swing for a
Ba-bow.
10.
Womp womp.
And that doesn't hit. I know it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So, DM Daddy, what do you want? Where do you want to go from here, pal?
No, you just don't. You connect, but sort of the full force of your momentum,
Yep.
Ymir's kind of able to hold strong.
Yep.
And hold you there.
Okay.
Yeah, all he takes is kind of the heat, but not the force.
Okay.
All right. Pauly.
I'll be back in 1 second.
All right.
I guess we're just kind of like I'm gonna hold my action with the net with Thorendir. Just getting ready to, put the net over him.
Yep.
And just for the net purposes, it is a hooked net.
Yeah, we'll roll that item when it comes to it.
Yeah.
Thorendir, what are you doing?
Out of Thorendir, he's holding the net, but he's seeing his friend in agony, like his bear friend. Thorendir is going to use his bonus action, but he's going to use Healing Word to echo encouragement to his lost friend, and use his spell to enhance his words. But it's going to be terrible, just for effect. And he's going to go, Winfred, my friend, we are your companions. Remember the oath we once made upon the forging of your cast iron pot. We are your friends. Let go of the evil. Let go of the evil in your mind and come back to us, and we shall be free on the sea once again, my friend.
As you try and sort of tap into his mind with those kind words, I'm going to give him an advantage on his next wisdom save to kind of break the charm, and a little bit of a boost there as well. It's almost like a kind of bardic inspiration. You're trying to aid him in finding himself again.
Yeah, the nicest words that were ever spoken to him, and he never was even here to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, did he make his wisdom save at the end of his turn?
He didn't, but we'll get him to do that.
Okay.
He had to go. Jacob had to go do something.
That's the
Well
one
then,
normal one
can he
advantage.
get the wisdom advantage now?
I'll just roll it for him. Wisdom.
And he's off again.
Saving throw. So at the end of his turn, he got a 15, which is not enough.
Yeah, not quite.
But he will get advantage on his next one. Ymir.
Well, Ymir is going to look back at the crew and say, "This ain't gonna be pretty, boys." And Pod, this ain't gonna be pretty. And Ymir is going to swing his great axe. Oh, that was so close. That's a 20 to hit. 12
20
damage.
20 will definitely hit.
12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is he raging though? So that's only half.
I'm sorry. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you take 6 damage.
I take 6 damage, did I?
I've taken it.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
All good.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I
You missed
cast
the.
a mi-
You can tell. You tell.
I cast a mighty spell and triggered your emotion, said a whole bunch of nice things to you, so you have advantage on your wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you.
I was talking about the brotherhoods and the bonding and the forging we made upon your cast iron hot, and then join me again as friends and go back free on the open sea. Like I said, some really cool shit. And
Can you? Oh, I'm gonna have to watch through the VOD so I can hear that. That sounds like
yeah,
that.
bro. It
Fuck.
was really nice shit too.
It was really cute.
I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Do you want to say it again?
Oh, that was a one-time thing, man.
Okay. No, I'll watch the VOD tomorrow when it comes out. And
and do you know where you can find that VOD? On the Non-Fiction Gaming YouTube channel. What?
Yeah.
Shameless plug. Click that bell, like and subscribe. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, no, look, I am totally guilty of watching our own VODs the following day. Like I spend all of Tuesday just watching our VODs. In my breaks at work. It's kind of adorable, but yeah. Okay, so
don't suck up to me now when I'm about to have them kill your character for me.
Yeah, I'm not sucking up to you. I do it purely for my own satisfaction.
I go back and watch parts of it because I'm like, oh fuck, what did I promise them? That I didn't take notes for.
All right.
The gift steps forward past you, Ymir, and goes to just sort of punch Winfred in his solar plexus. 20 to hit.
Yeah, no, that definitely hits.
So you take 8 bludgeoning damage, which you barely feel, pun intended, because of the rage. But then you feel sort of rocked back by this sort of wave of psychic damage as the sort of black light purpleness around this Gith's hand, almost like the iron, the immortal Iron Fist, punches into you, and your brain goes reeling.
So 4, 7, 11.
Yes.
Okay.
It's your turn.
That's my turn. Okay. I'm going to sort of like get rocked back by this punch. And I'm going to first I'm going to swing it. So if I swing from right to left, I hit Ymir first.
Sure.
And Warhammer. Attack. Am I rolling normal or with advantage?
Let's see if I've got another one. I do have another one. Mark that one off. Boop. With advantage, please.
Okay. That's 24 to hit.
That's
Yeah,
a
that'll
hit.
hit.
And that's a two-handed hit, so that's a versatile hit. So that's a dirty 24. It's not a critical hit, is it?
No.
No. Okay.
It's a 19. It's very close.
That's 13 damage. Bludgeoning damage.
He's just gonna do something real quick. That's a 9 plus 2, so I take 11 of that damage away.
Okay.
And I take 2.
So because I rolled higher than a 19 or 20, does it have to be a natural 19 or 20 to do my elemental attack?
Is that?
I think that was part of the stats of
Was
the
that
weapon.
was that part of the thing?
Yeah.
Was it had to be higher than 19?
It had to be a natural 19.
It had to be a natural
higher.
19 or 20.
You did get a natural 19. So the two dice you rolled are a 17
I?
and 19. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you get to add on elemental damage, I believe.
Okay. How much is it for elemental damage? Is it 2d6?
Yeah, I think I probably haven't actually written it down anywhere.
Yeah.
We had it written down.
I'm just
a while
going off
ago.
of what we said before.
Yeah, I thought it was either 2d6 or like a d8 or something.
think it
Okay,
was
I can roll. I can roll either. It's up to you.
Just roll a d8.
Just roll a d8.
And
Okay,
it's a
cool.
d8 of
1d8.
fire damage, yeah.
D8 fire damage. That's 5 fire damage.
Yep.
So I'm like what I'm imagining is that like the fire energy is coursing through my hands into the hammer, and I hit Ymir, and whilst it doesn't really affect him physically, the fire sort of licks off the hammer and spatters all over Ymir. And then I will use my bonus action to do another 3 fire damage, because I'm in proximity of them.
I'll do that for the GIF if you want to do that for yourself. Ymir?
3 more damage?
3 fire damage, yep.
Yep.
Cool. Winfred, give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage. Thanks to
Wisdom
Thorendir's
saving
kind
throw.
words.
With advantage.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
my god.
thank.
So here's how I see it. At first, Winfred, sort of you're clawing at, Ymir, you got the hammer out. You try and you're trying to sort out. You're trying to reach the surface of this warring, churning water of voices telling you to rip and tear. And you kind of break to the surface and then start sinking again. The wave of noise crushing over your head. But Thorendir's sweet words that you're going to go back and listen to on the VOD, like a lifeline, reach out to you. And despite you being underwater, ready to lose yourself to the madness, it's like an arm reaching through the water and grabbing you and hoisting you up.
Oh, stop it, Dan! You're gonna make me cry.
And you surface on the waters of sanity, and breathing deeply, you look around, short of mind breath, and you and Toad kind of sitting there. The flames start sort of dying down a little bit. You're still a bit sensitive. You're still in that rage form. But
am I still raging, or am I out of rage now?
I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, cool. I'm imagining that like as I am released from this insanity, this charm, I'm gonna sit out of rage and sort of just like slump backwards. It's like, and then I'm just gonna start crying.
As he goes to slump backwards, Ymir is just going to catch him.
And I'll slump backwards as in like this way, like
onto the hind leg, like onto your butt. Yeah.
Onto my butt. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Ymir's still going to reach to grab. To be
okay, cool.
We don't have time. We need to leave.
The Gith though, like raises his fist as if to like hit again, like unsure what's happening.
Yeah. Winfred's gonna start crying. And he's like, I could see everything I was doing, but I couldn't stop myself from doing it. And then I heard Pauly calling me, saying the honey sucked, and that my parrot hat was stupid, and I was really, really mad about that, and really sad. And then I heard Thorendir saying some sweet words, which I sort of heard, but I didn't really hear. But I'm gonna have to go back through my memory files and listen to that again. But on those poor fishies. And then as I sort of like sink my head back and like sort of like cartoonishly like spout tears out of my eyes, I see Toad sitting up above me, and I just think, oh my god, the Shroom Gang! And then I'm gonna take off.
Pauly, now! And we get him with the net.
Yes.
Can I make like a dexterity saving throw to see if I can like make it away?
Yeah, but there's two of us and you're tired.
No. I'm aware
There's
of that.
three.
I'm aware
There's
of that.
three of us.
I actually don't suffer from exhaustion from
You don't from raging, do you?
From
he doesn't
raging,
frenzy
yeah.
like I do.
So Winfred's fucking rearing to go, and he's still got one rage left. So.
That's the. So you overcome the charm at the end of your turn. So when you before you get a chance to kind of stand up and bolt again, the other two are able to try and throw a net over you. So if you want to give me a net attack,
It is. Give me a second.
we'll just roll a. We'll do it each roll a 1d20. Add your dexterity modifier.
All of us?
No. Just Pauly and Thorendir.
What do you want? What dexterity you said?
Oh, well, the net was a 1, but that's the item.
Oh.
That's the item.
Yeah, so it's essentially like a ranged weapon attack.
Yeah.
So it'd be the equivalent of shooting your bow.
Okay.
Pauly.
12.
9.
12 is enough to land on Winfred.
And what about the natural one?
That was to roll the item.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
No, that doesn't count. That wasn't a
Ymir's
roll.
not-
That was to say what we're throwing.
Yeah, Ymir was just.
I wasn't throwing the net.
Dylan clicked that just so we could see what it was.
Because I had the net.
okay.
They were throwing
Okay.
it.
So that roll's not counted, is it?
It's not
No.
counted. That's
As
just
much
what
as I
they
would
were
love-
using to throw at you.
Look, as much
Okay,
as I would
yeah.
love to punish Dylan for rolling natty ones, he
No,
Alternatively-
he wasn't actually attacking.
I was just thinking of
Alternatively,
the
I could have
fumble.
attacked
That's
him with
all.
the whip. I could have gone with the suction cup whip.
The tentacle whip. So the Pauly and Thorendir or Thorendir, as you said, you sort of scream now, throw the net over Winfred, and he's sort of restrained in this hooked barbed net. What else do you do?
We'll run to the fucking ship carrying this bear.
Ymir's going.
Winfred weighs 900 kilos.
Yeah,
guys.
Ymir's going to grab
He's a
the
thick
net
fucking lad.
and drag.
Right, are you underestimating the fucking girth?
No,
of
I'm not
this bear?
underestimating anybody. I'm just saying, like, Winfred weighs 900 kilos.
Ymir is strong as fuck and currently buffed by a dragon.
Okay, all right. Do your thing, fucking Dragon Chad.
So,
Hey,
what is Winfred saying while Ymir kind of drags him up the docks by in the net?
I'm effectively begging him because, like, Winfred's part of Winfred's code of honor is to protect the forest, and he made a pact with the mushrooms, which are effectively a forest. Winfred's basically a guardian of nature, like flora and fauna and things like that. So he saw Toad sitting up on top of his head, and I'm imagining that Toad doesn't really have a lot of like facial emotions or
Do you
anything
see
like
him?
that.
Do you see him
but-
on my Discord?
Yes. On your head, Matt.
Basically. And I just see Toad. I just think of the other mushrooms, my squad, my platoon that I've effectively left behind to the mercy of the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
And I'm begging them to let me go and save them. And I was like, please, I have to save them. It's part of my oath. I need to save the forest.
Winfred, my boy, relax. You already have. They are symbiosis creatures, and you are carrying their young upon your head. You are indeed fulfilling your oath and spreading their young and making sure their elders do not die for nothing.
Winfred is just beside himself. He's just trying to struggle to get out of the net to go and save the mushrooms. It's yeah. Do you want to like roll a contest or something, DM Dan, for this?
If you want to, if you want
Currently in a
to
net.
push it, to try and break out of the net, absolutely.
No, I'm saying like between Thorendir and myself.
Oh,
You want my persuasion?
Yeah.
Sure, you want this baby.
No. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I will allow you to just role play it out if you want, but if you want the dice to determine it, I'm also happy for that. But also happy for you to just have a character moment here, right? Like,
Can you beat 20, baby?
can I beat 20? What would I roll?
yours might actually also be like a charisma saving throw or like a wisdom saving throw. So like,
Sorry,
it's like a
you
force,
cut out there, Dan. I didn't hear you.
It's like a force of wills. So either
Yeah,
a charisma
okay.
saving throw or a wisdom saving throw, I think.
Either way, I've got a +1 to both, so I'm just going to roll +1 to charisma. Fuck. That was very
So describe it.
nearly a natural 20. I'm not
So
sure if you
describe
guys
it
saw
to
that.
me. Describe it to me, Thorendir. How do you convince him, and then Winfred, how do you accept his, if not accept, but sort of like,
I don't think it's much of a contest. I think that like Winfred's struggling to try and break out of the net as he's being dragged to the ship, and he just can't get out of the net. Like he's just like crying his eyes out, trying to get out of the net, saying, "I need to save the mushrooms! I need to save the mushrooms!" Whilst Ymir is dragging him to the ship against his will.
Thorendir's just calming him down, saying like you have saved them, like you are carrying the next generation on your head, like you fulfilled your oath's done. We have to get out of here so you can fulfill your oath.
Okay.
To the free people.
But there's not really much else I can say. I'm being dragged off to the ship, so.
I'm just fucking. What is it? Fucking crocodile hunting, yeah. Yeah. Just calming your mind down.
Yeah. All right.
or
So.
Anakin Skywalker on
Anakin Skywalker.
Like just kind of slow it, and then you see the butt
Like-
wiggle from Winfred.
like
You know
Jedi
he's
mind tricks.
Yeah. In Clone Wars, I think Attack of the Clones. So you are able to, you kind of drag Winfred crying onto the ship. The crying, I imagine, goes from "I need to save them" to just like general sobbing, as Tidal and Nesbit and Ronad join you. Raynaud jump aboard the ship with you, and you know the last of the lines are cast, and the ship
Ymir
starts
just,
moving
like,
away.
As soon as everyone's on, Ymir just cuts the final rope that's holding the ship in place.
Yeah. And as he does, the axe... Actually, give me an attack roll.
Oh,
great.
damn, stop damaging the ship.
Can I use my hand axe?
Not after I've already
Because I would
asked.
not have used... I don't think I would have used the great axe to cut a rope.
But
What?
did you ever let the great axe go, mate?
We're out of initiative, so it doesn't really matter now.
No, does it? Does
I
it?
think the DM differs, bro.
I mean, if I'm dragging a bear, I'm not going to be holding a great axe, am I?
But you're
Oh,
also holding
jeez.
a whole armory, bro.
Yeah, exactly. They're on my
Thank
back.
you very much for the gifted subs. Jeez.
Oh, thank you very much.
Huge from Volition. Vultion?
All right, for that,
Voltion.
I'll make an attack roll with my great axe. Doesn't matter. It was a 9.
Yeah.
Was it two-handed?
What a dude.
I rolled it. It would
What
have
a
been
dude.
two-handed.
What a
It would have
guy.
been two-handed because I rolled it from the... Because my great axe can't be swung one-handed. It is a two-handed weapon.
and that means the DM bar is ready. So
Oh fuck!
as
Go
the
into overtime.
the ship starts pulling away from the docks, you see the town of Sloobludop burning on the horizon.
Oop, Dan, Voltion's saying DM, hold up. Hang on a second.
I see it. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
You're describing the scene. I mean, we're going to end at 9:30,
Yeah.
but we'll keep going. a
Sorry.
little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another 5.
Oh
What
shit!
a legend.
Dude. I need to describe this intense scene, but you're giving me all sorts of love.
Sorry, guys.
And it's beautiful. Thank you. Holy shit. You sort of start sailing away. The town of Sloobludop not really disappearing in the distance because the slow movingness of the ship. This is the only light in this underdark cavern. This gloomy darkness is lit up like a Christmas tree, this city. And you can see the Godzilla-esque Demogorgon just rampaging through the town. You can also see the giant myconids fighting against it as the forest kind of comes to life in the corner of the city, trying to fight back the encroaching fire and encroaching demon. And what we see as the ship sort of sails away, the crew standing on the deck watching the last bits of Sloobludop grow smaller and smaller in the distance. We see, chat. Let me roll on my little table. Part of the ship starts moving, and the wood itself starts growing a bit of a skin, and you can see teeth beneath the ship, sort of at the wave level.
Oh no!
And that's where we're going to end it this week.
Come on.
Oh fuck! What have I done?
What ship? The Floridita.
I
You
tried
cursed
to
this thing
help.
by naming it that, you know.
Yeah, I know I did.
Yeah, you had to rename a ship, mate.
La Floridita. La Floridental.
It'd be great if the whole ship was just like a gigantic mimic.
Yeah, right.
We boarded the wrong ship.
We're on a giant Kraken.
Mimic
Kraken
Mountain.
V2. His brother's here to get us.
That was a lot of fun, guys. I've rolled on my DM bar table as very super thanks to Voltion for filling up that DM bar. The DM phylactery is full of souls, and rest assured that we'll finish that
Another
solution
5.
next week, as well as they're going to have to deal with the output of what you have just done to them. So we can all blame Volition. I mean, you might have to rename the ship after him after this shit. Thank you very much. Oh my god, even more gifted subs. Dude, that's incredible.
All right, 1 second.
That's fucking awesome.
I've got a card in Streamloots that I'm gonna play.
Voltion, that's fantastic.
What a lad.
Thank you.
Everyone
What a
give
guy.
Voltion some love.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Dan. There you
We
go.
love you,
With names-
Voltion.
We're naming an NPC after him.
Yep.
I
100%.
played
Easy.
the card already. It's done.
100%.
Dude, what a guy.
Voltion the Gifted.
Thank you very much to everyone who hung around. Obviously, the regular crew, of course. I saw Marcus, Aaron, Josh all in there getting their inspiration points, getting those streamlets as well. Even like Keg and Alex and stuff who all got some subs. Dudes. All right, well, we're going to be back tomorrow. Well, this group is not going to be back tomorrow, but I'm going to be back probably tomorrow or Wednesday for the Fancy Lads campaign, which is continuing on the Red Hand of Doom and the Waterdeep Time Heist. storylines, and
Wow,
yeah, I'll discuss with you guys offline. But if you get a long rest, you guys will be able to level up to level 5. So definitely have a look at what your options are, if you have any.
John's asking what you vape.
Yeah, I already replied to him. He must not have seen it.
That's right. You can just tell them. Get that advertising.
Yeah. No, as in, what mod do I have, or what e-juice am I vaping?
All right.
That's a pretty broad question.
Yeah, he's seen the reply. We'll be back in this group on Monday. I believe it's Labor Day weekend for us here, so it's a long weekend, which may or may not mean we can start earlier or go a little bit longer. We'll see how we go. I'll chat to you lads later this week. And also the side quest, Dylan, Marcus, Kate, and other Aaron. We might be continuing that Waterdeep adventure with Kate and Loam, Captain Iceleeson, and Marcus's new character as well. So lots and lots of D&D coming on. I'd tell you to subscribe to the channel, but you're probably already subscribed thanks to Volition. So I don't need to hit you up for that anymore. You're already legends. So thank you very much. Any shouting words from you, Aaron, before we go?
What, in game or out of game, Braz?
Whatever you want, mate.
I don't know. It's pretty fun. Very emotional. Winfred, how do you feel, mate?
Oh man,
Jacob,
I'm actually a little bit like just emotionally exhausted after that, because I genuinely thought that this was like Winfred's last session. I was looking at those rolls and the early wisdom saving throws and things like that, and I was sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, this is how Winfred goes out. He gets corrupted by a Demogorgon, and his friends have to kill him. Like, that's how I was thinking about this scenario.
I wasn't going to let that happen.
I know you guys weren't going to let that happen, but I had to role play the fact that I was controlled by a Demogorgon, and had to run with it. It was yeah. So
3 more. Well, you said 5 more. Vaults.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I don't know
Fantastic.
if you heard me yelling from the bathroom, but
No,
I
we
was
didn't.
well ready to let that happen.
Yeah, no, I know.
Ymir was
I
gonna fuck
know
you up.
you were. I know you were. Pauly and Thorendir weren't. The thing is like I imagine it's similar to like other forms of mind control, where you sort of just sit in a back seat whilst somebody else pilots your brain. So like Winfred will remember that.
Yeah, no, Ymir was trying to knock him unconscious, and you can ask the crew because that was what was said.
No, like that's the thing. Like I didn't hear that. I can ask the crew, sure, but I didn't hear that. All I saw was Ymir that was trying to like fucking clap
Knock
Winfred.
Fuck yeah, exactly.
Now, yeah, like that. This is how I was thinking about it. Like I was sitting here, like I took a minute away because I had to go do some stuff, but I was sitting here thinking to myself, I was like, holy shit, this could well be Winfred's last fight. Like,
that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you're knocked unconscious, when you're charmed, the charm ends. So we would have knocked you unconscious and then stabilized you.
I was interested to see if he would get knocked unconscious at the feet of the Demogorgon, though, and you'd not be able to get back there. Because the Demogorgon, if you remember, was actually like attacking the mushroom people as well. Like anything around it, it was attacking.
Yeah.
So there's definitely risks of that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing was like the whole, Guardian of Nature arc that I've got going is like, if I had succeeded on those rolls to get out of that net, I would have been like charging off trying to save those mushroom people. So like I was DM Daddy, I was full ready to die in this session.
Oh, mate, and for the sake of roleplay, I was full ready to fucking commit to death in this session. Yeah.
How good was Thorendir throwing off one of his 2 feathers and swearing a vendetta that he's returning for this fucking thing?
Oh, dude,
fucking cool.
That was.
I like the feather.
Session.
The feather to the wind.
Yeah, fucking cast.
Yeah.
Was it one of Pauly's feathers, or was it
No,
it
I
like-
don't think it's one of Pauly's. No, it was just 2 I have in his hacks. He has 2 feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a bit of a rest after that, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really wanted to double charm you. I'm like, I've got 1 level 2 spell slot left. I'm like, I could clearly get invisible and fuck off out of
Oh,
here. Or
dude.
do I try the double charm and get you free? And it's just like, yeah, baby. And then you actually pass the wisdom check. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
fuck me. Yeah, Oh, thanks, Hazy Days. Yeah, look, I really like staying in character when I'm doing D&D. Sometimes it sort of takes a little bit of exposition to direct where the character is going. But yeah, look, I like to stay in character whilst I'm in the moment. But yeah, look, that like words of wisdom, which I'm gonna have to go back and listen to. Those words, that's what saved me there.
Oh, Braz, man, I literally went from like, the forging of bombs from your cast iron pot to let's go back to adventuring and be free and say like, no, let's go back out on the open sea and be free and shit. It was fucking really good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
For that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I might have to edit that into a video. That sounds really good.
We'll see if we can go back and clip that. We'll add some shit to it, and you can chuck it on your
beautiful
on your TikTok or something.
Oh, look, I'll send it to you so you can put it on your YouTube. But yeah, I might put it on TikTok as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was a really touching moment. It was a very obviously fighty, but I think there was some really cool character moments tonight.
I'm fucking upset that I missed it. I'm fucking mad.
I wanted to know what the damn fish thing did to Ymir's axe.
Just gave me a radiant buff, but it doesn't. It's gone now.
The fish.
The priest.
Energy.
Yeah.
The priest was so disappointed in the champion of the fucking sea mother.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He's dead, and I'm not. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, but now we're literally on the open sea after cursing our fish people. This is going to be fantastic.
We haven't cursed any fish people. We haven't. We didn't. They don't know that.
I mean, you pretended to be a herald of the sea mother. I'm sure she won't take it personally.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to deal with the repercussions of like abandoning all of the mushroom people that I just led into battle. Like straight up, I convinced Gaspard. Like
Who did?
Yeah, I convinced Gaspard. Hey, look.
Even Pauly, who is happy to fly away, is very conflicted about us running away from this.
Yeah. Like I convinced Gaspard. I was like, hey, look, if you don't help us fight this, like you're gonna have to deal with it yourself. And when you deal with it yourself, you're not gonna have our help because we're gonna be dead. And then we just booked it to the ship as soon as the fucking mushroom people got there. I think we're gonna have to deal with some serious fucking repercussions about that.
No,
Toad is still above my head. They're all connected.
They were working on your orders, not ours.
Yeah,
they were killing everything too.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
is that I didn't want to leave. You guys did.
No, I agree.
Like, whether or not I have to deal with consequences of it is whatever. But whatever Toad can see, Gaspard can see. And if Gaspard can see it, we're
Gaspard's
fucked.
probably dead.
Like, if I reckon no shit. I reckon Gaspard's wrath is about to come out in the form of La Floridita. That's what I reckon is going to happen.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
I do not think we should have run from that. I do not think we should have run from that fight. He's sitting there. He's just like, yep, this is exactly what's going to fucking happen.
So wait.
Over 200 damage to the cunt, and it's not even on like a 2/3.
All right, Jacob, I'm going to put it this way: at a meta level,
yeah.
Right, the Demogorgon is a 26+ challenge rating monster.
Don't be looking up my monsters.
But that's just a normal fucking. That's just a Demogorgon in general.
Like going on meta level, I understand you're completely correct that we on a meta level. I know a Demogorgon's bad as well, but Pauly doesn't.
Yes, but on a meta level, Ymir, who can fight literally anything, can't do anything to a Demogorgon, so he's gonna leave.
Your RP was that you don't run away.
Yes, but I wasn't raging.
3 times.
I wasn't raging. My RP is I can't run when I'm raging.
Wait, so
if you want to call out my RP aspects.
So how'd you take half damage when I hit you?
I know.
I used my stone's endurance because
right at the end there, he used his stone's endurance to cut your damage off the hit. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
I can't run away if I'm raging.
And we did.
No, I wasn't, because we established last week that if the dragon speaks to me through, like, Mind Link speaks to me, it snaps me out of rage.
Yeah, we did establish that. Or I think we alluded to it last week for sure. I was on the fence on making him roll like a check for it.
Oh, okay.
But the dragon did say "Fly, you fools," which I thought was a great
I told to run
fucking
twice.
Gandalf reference. And then all of you were like, "Holy shit, he can fly now!" I was like,
No, I didn't. I'm like, you told me to run away. Every interaction I have with the Geth guy, you're like, so we're going, yeah? And I'm like, DM, I know. Let's just hang back a bit, all right? I know you want us to run. And I'm like, yeah, look.
Look, at the end of the day, you don't have to run. I think though, if your character dies, there can never be a situation where you go, well, that was unfair. I thought that was like, the DM made me think I could win that.
Yeah, no, I get you.
There are going to be fights. There are going to be fights where you can't win, right? There's going to be shit in this world that's more powerful than you, and this is a valuable lesson.
Bro, literally when I did 40 damage to the cat last lesson, and I'm like, that guy looks like he's lost 3 health. I did the calculation. I'm like, so that means we're gonna have to do like 300 damage each, boys, or something dumb like that. I'm just like, we're not gonna be able to win this one. I think DM's trying to tell us to learn how to run away.
Yeah, which is a very valuable lesson.
What's even more interesting is that even I fucked it up and looked at he'd obviously taken a bit of damage and stuff like that. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh, he's actually like immune to physical damage. That's not magical. Okay. So dropping a rock on him, obviously that did damage to him because I thought that was just fucking cool. And the exploding rocks is cool.
Rule of cool.
Absolutely. And there you've got some crewmates, and if I'm going to repost that call for more pirate crew, and we'll get some more pirate crew. And then each of you, I want to be sort of choose your pirate crew member, right? Of who's going to be your sidekick, and they're going to give you an ability that you can use if you're on or near the ship, and they'll be able to kind of convey an ability to help you once per day or something.
I still want a Scotty.
Well, I'm curious as to whether Toad is a magic item now because he's a hat, or whether he's a crew member.
I mean, like, Toad is telepathically connected to all the spores, considering that, like, I may or may not have looked up the Myconids. All right, see you, mate. I may or may not have looked up the Myconids, but I found out that they were all telepathically connected, like a hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, Toad is connected to all of the other mushrooms, including Gaspide, and any potential spores that we leave in the future lands that we go to. So, like, whether you want to make something out of that.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of what I alluded to last week as well, right? That they could all communicate. Yeah. It was, I don't know if you've ever read Saga of the Seven Sons, the sci-fi.
No. I'm not a big book reader, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, you should get into reading because Emma's got a Bookstagram account that you'd love, obviously. But there's a tree planet that has all these trees, and if you're, they have these tree priests who, if you're touching a tree, you can communicate with
people. It's a tree planet that has all these trees. Like, thanks. Oh, I tell you what, Sherlock Holmes, you're fucking unbelievable.
And it's like, all the trees are one consciousness. So if you are on one side of the unit of the galaxy and you have like a clipping of one of the trees, and you touch the tree while you're thinking, you can kind of like think thoughts to other tree priests on the other side of the unit, other side of the galaxy, and that's how they do faster than light communication.
That's cool.
Through these like trees, these tree priests, and that's how I kind of see the Myconids, right? Like they've got this spore network, Star Trek-esque kind of thing going on. where they're all connected and what, or at least all these myconids are connected, within that one family. I'm sure there are other myconids
Kind of like
that
the
are...
mangrove tree out of Avatar.
Oh, so how about oh man, I got an
Oh,
idea.
God. Okay,
Are we gonna
be right
make
back.
like
Hold
go
on,
for it. Are we gonna make like a Denden Mushy network that's like from One Piece out of these spores so we can all talk to each other on islands?
You know what? I haven't seen One Piece. Despite running a pirate campaign right now, I have not watched
wait, you
One
haven't seen
Piece.
One Piece, dude? It's how they all it's like their telephones, it's snails, but they all talk to each other through snails.
Yeah.
So, oh man, I'm totally gonna do some farmology with these spores, I tell you.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, there's maybe potential to make them like speaking stones, right? But like little mushroom caps, you put one over your ear, and you can send messages to others.
Yeah, you got to talk to it, but it's like, oi, mushroom man, tell the boys this. Tell your mushroom mate on this, mate, this.
Yeah. And
funny.
Ymir's gonna mail like a little pouch of mushroom caps to Ben
Sorry.
and Chad, so we can like get better communication going.
Absolutely. So, and Ymir's arm is now turning into a dragon arm, isn't it?
It's turning sort of scaly and green. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You might want to get that looked at, my friend.
Nah, maybe I'll grow wings.
That'd be
Just hoping.
We get you a cream that you got to put on once a day, or you can put it on.
Can I alternatively get a cream that I put on once a day that slowly speeds it up? Ymir just turns into a dragonborn.
Maybe.
Not another one. I play with one of my other games.
The dragonborn Goliath Barbarian. That would be kind of dope, actually.
That's really funny. He speaks like some fucked lizard, but every time his girlfriend goes into the room, he's really embarrassed and can't do it because this is like a real tradie bloke. And like, it's so funny. Like, oh, come on, you're talking to him. You're like, come on, Jim. And you replied because you clearly see his girlfriend in the background. He's like, shut up, boys. It's so funny, man.
That's adorable.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, that's just a bit of fun.
All right.
Awesome. Well, I think that's us for the night. I'm gonna chuck on for the people who are still hanging around.
Yeah,
Thanks again to Volshan.
I gotta go to bed too.
For all the massive amounts of gifted subs. Volshan's also asked, or they've asked, not just to be an NPC, but after all that, they're going to be a villain that you guys are going to have to kill at some point.
Sweet.
So I'm going to send a DM to you, buddy. We'll try and get something going and make it, the kind of evil person that you want it to be. Or maybe, they're leading a group that are pirates, some sort of pirate captain that they have to deal with, like Blackbeard or whatever, right? Like Captain Volshan, Admiral Volshan, something like that. We'll figure it out. Cool. And you can follow these guys. I think I have crew. No, I didn't do crew. I thought I had a command that was crew, or like Ymir or something. It has Dylan's there.
You go.
I don't know if I have Thorendir. Maybe I'm not that forward thinking. No, sorry, Aaron. You can find Aaron at Twit Games, Ymir at I am Dylan James, and Jacob is Captain Baconbeard.
No, that's Timmy. I am Mr. Brightside. You'll be able to follow me on Twitch and Instagram and TikTok. I am most available on TikTok as I like making content on there the most.
Excellent. That's all of us for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night. Mwah. Say hi to your mum for me, and we'll see you next week.
Catch it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.